everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. Hi, Twitch. Hi, YouTube. Fresh, brand new week of Hazel streams. I am looking for orphans in Shatrath because I have been using my Argentina key as like a Silver Moon Hearthstone because I set my actual Hearthstone to the Coiled Isle. And it occurred to me if I'm going to be in there every time I want a hearth anyways, perhaps I should check the available quest to see if there's decor for me. And this way I'm actually getting a couple of new items. Although, most of the time I can finish an Argentina quest like in the stream countdown, like 5 minutes or less. This one, the orphans are definitely besting me. I found 2 of them, so I do know how it works. I'm just not very good at it. There's one of them around here that's just toasting me because like it looks like it's in the building and I go in the building and it doesn't look like it's there, and I go to the other side, it doesn't look like it's there. Is it right here? It's literally right here somewhere. It flashed for a second. Hello? Oh dear, this takes me back. Morning everyone. How are you able to get your house so brightly lit? Seems like the Hearthlight Armillary isn't making that big of a difference. So Armillary is one part of it. Although, honestly, it resets to default settings every time you re-enter the house, so, like, I don't really rely on it because it feels like it can't. I wonder if there's another orphan hidden somewhere, if they're gonna really make me find this one. Windows and light fixtures. You wanna just add windows, lots of windows, make them big if you want, add lights, add lots of lights, lamps, ceiling lights, candelabras, more, fires, all of the above. Lots of layered light sources help. If anything, when I turn on my Hearthlight Armillary, my bedroom is too bright because I have like 4 or 6 windows or something put together into like a mega window. And those create like a lot of light. You can type /tar to acquire it. Oh, they really nerfed Holy Priest to the ground. Oh no. One of the healer that's healing most of our key groups is playing Holy, and we've been doing really well. I have heard the nerf thing though. /tar Shatrath. I found a Shattered Sun Marksman. It's around here somewhere. And the thing, like... And I looked in the building, which is, by the way, against hide-and-seek rules. You're not supposed to be inside, although there was definitely somebody inside that I found earlier. Been working on getting a ton of light fixtures, wondering if my walls and ceilings are too dark. Naturally makes it harder to brighten the room. Yeah, that could be it too. Is this the Argentina thing? Took me ages. It is, and normally they don't take me that long. This one I feel like is just tricky. Is it up here? No, we're getting colder. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who's like struggling with this one. No, that's just targeting Shattered Sun Marksman. And if there's another orphan, you know what else I can do is I can wowhead it. Let's look it up. Hope for the orphans. Let's see what they say. Must be somebody with a good tip on this one. Maybe there's somebody like a different one we can go find. What do people say? They've got coordinates. Once you get very close, there's a noise, flash of light. It sounds like, unlike typical quests, you have to fly around to get the next one to start. Doesn't it disappear when you find the third one? See no child under the archery target. Seek meter continues to point to children I already found. Maybe I found that one already then. Maybe that's my problem. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you very much for the 43-month resub. 43! Sounds like a reference to, I know 42. Not sure what 43 is. I'm just going to assume that I've already found this child, and I'm going to look for different children. I'm going to copy a map pin for just another one. Yeah, I don't think I've been there yet. Let's go try that one. It'll be fine. Haven't seen my house since a month into War Within. Figure everything's covered in dust by now. What if it was like... Animal Crossing, where you come back after a long absence and there's just cockroaches in your house? Alright, we're going back. Nice. Today today, unless I end up doing keys, which is always a possibility, but I think that as we get further into the season, the general key fervor is going to probably subside a little bit. It's also a weekday, I think, which will help. I want to start tackling first the Coiled Isle meta, and at some point I do want to start tackling the Vaults of Atolatech meta, despite my initial distaste for the whole zone. I think pursuing the meta is probably going to help give me some structure that will make... It'll kind of stop me getting caught in that loop of why should I do this? Oh, goodness. Hang on, I need to look into some settings. I have a couple of stories to share. One of them related to WoW. Remember how... Well, you don't have to remember, but last week I was talking about how I had that problem where you couldn't log into WoW through your BNet launcher. Like, the BNet launcher would not locate the game, and even when you manually located it, it was like, no. And then I was launching the game from the folder directly. That eventually stopped working for me, and I could not launch the game from the executable or the folder or nothing. It would just throw errors. I uninstalled and reinstalled Battle.net, and that didn't help. And what I ended up having to do was manually uninstall my WoW files and re-download and install the game from scratch. And I saved my interface in WTF folders, but the WTF folder that has all like the settings and stuff was not happy moving over. So I basically lost all of my add-on settings and a lot of my game settings. So I've spent the last couple of days kind of putting things back. It is luckily... Hang on, let me figure out what I'm looking for here. Features, maybe. Audio. I don't want an audio sound at all. There we go. I've been putting things back. It's not as bad as it could have been. Once upon a time, my entire UI was made from add-ons, and something like that would have really devastated me. My edit mode was saved, and I had my player profile posted, so I was able to import that. I still had like a couple of wonky scale issues that I've been fiddling around with to try to fix. But things are more or less back to normal, but every now and then I'm going to run into a thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I got to fix that setting. Because I got a complete fresh install. The nice thing is that I got to clean up a bunch of old redundant WoW files. I had like 7 PTRs installed that are from past lives that we don't need anymore. Hate when that happens. And I backed everything up, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter, but my pursuit of an add-on, a lower add-on game has helped me. I also got rid of a bunch of add-ons that I wasn't using, or that I had been having issues with lately. I cannot get rid of this one. I deleted a bunch of add-ons, and then there's others that I'm just kind of keeping off until I decide that I need them. So it's a much slimmer add-on profile than it used to be, which is nice, because I'm happy with default details, I'm happy with default bars and stuff. I'm not using boss mods, I haven't been all patch. So I didn't have that many things. It was mostly just my nameplates. Something's gonna be off by 5 pixels. I did some dungeons yesterday, and I was thinking... Well, my UI is not the same as it was, but it feels like it's probably not worse, and I don't know what's different, so I can't put it back. It just feels different, but it's probably fine. I'm new enough into getting used to playing Warrior anyways that it's probably for the better. It's probably for the best. Keep looking elsewhere, you get a new ping. What do you think about Shadow Priest? They seem like nice people. I haven't played them. I've only played Arms Warrior. That is the only thing that I've played this season. I'm not touching any Slayer Arms Warrior. I don't even know what Colossus Warriors are doing. I couldn't say, but I have one that plays in my group sometimes. He does good damage. Okay, I think I'd like to start, now that we've done that Argentina quest. I want to go start with a fishing daily, and then maybe have a look through the meta and see what we're looking for. I think that there are separate metas for Coiled Isle and then Vaults of Atolatech. I want to start with the overworld stuff. I know that the treasure achievement we did last week is part of it, so that's a head start. It's like when you reinstall your OS, you have to reinstall every single software you had. It used to be like an all-day project. Nowadays, as long as I can like log into a launcher, I can just re-download things as I need them. Let's start with the fishing dailies. I've done those a couple of times, a little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy. Finally got rid of TSM. Was hesitant, felt like it was a big add-on, don't use much anymore. Yeah, it's a great piece of kit, but I haven't used it since Dragonflight, and I haven't really missed it. I would probably get it and configure it again if I ever felt the itch to get that deep into gold making again. But I was able to do really well with just Auctionator. Auctionator can cancel scan. I don't mind. I'm not posting so many different items that I would need to post them with a post scan. Hi, Moose. Nice ball. Can I have it? No. Okay. It's really good if you're doing like transmog sales. Like you've got 400 pieces of distinct transmog. You don't want to list them one at a time. That's when you really need something like TSM. If you're just selling like 5 enchants, it's not that big of a deal. I do play warrior. I'm brand new to it. It's my new thing that I'm doing for a season. I'm taking a warrior season. Shall we go collect some crab trap pieces? That sounds fine. Hate being locked into the channeled ability as a warrior. Making unique hearthstones is a creative outlet for some WoW artists. They're fun to see. I had a situation where I couldn't log into Battle.net because the authenticator needed authentication from the authenticator to log me into the authenticator. They had a 10 million gold mount, maybe. Yeah, maybe. If they can talk me into it. I'm getting cranky in my age. It's harder to talk me into getting stuff. Oh, that's not what we want to do. Let's swim, maybe. Started doing pet battles to get specific pets for my house. Those 2,000 pet charms I had collecting dust came in handy. Nice. What was top of your list? What was top billing in pets that Astra needed for their house? The mail mount for all the OG Bruto mount owners. Is this like a new thing or just like the male Brutosaur? Seemed like a boomy kind of person. What's your usual main? That's funny. I loathe Boomkin. It's one of my never specs. I have like 3 to 5 specs that I will never play, and Boomkin's one of them. I was a Holy Priest main for some time, Shadowlands through last season. I spent a couple seasons on Prevoker. I spent a couple expansions on Shadow Priest before Holy Priest, so kind of wad through Shadowlands. I was a Shadow Priest. Ah, it is new shop, man. Oh, okay. What are the other never specs? Well, disc. Let's see, Boomkin disc. Kind of want to say Survival Hunter, although I'm not as, like, heels dug in on that one. I would consider it. I did Survival Hunter for the Mage Tower at the time. Mistweaver? No, I'm open to Mistweaver. I've played Mist before. There's certain healers that are lower on my healer list because they tend to either want to do damage or be closer to melee. So they tend to fall down my list, but I wouldn't say never. Survival for me, like the old survival. New survival just weirds me out because it's melee. That's my only issue with it. I'm prejudiced. Now, I don't get on monks very much. Demon Hunters even less so. In newer classes the only newer class I've really spent notable time on is Evoker, when I had my 2 pre-Evoker seasons in Dragonflight. But you're not going to see me spending a lot of time on a Death Knight or a Monk, or certainly not a Demon Hunter. I have one, but, you know, we just did, like, class haul and collecting and stuff. Warlock for me, the whole class never spoke to me. My Survival Hunter scoffs at your indifference. It's more Survival Hunter loot for the rest of us. Never much of a pet person, though I loved having the cat cage in TBC, but I'm glad the pet beds actually make collecting pets something I want to do. That, and my add-on Fitter, which makes pets part of my outfits. I love Fitter, but I just deleted it because the mount macro kept failing on me, and it was driving me nuts. I spent all this time picking out the perfect pet and mount and Hearthstone, whatever, for every transmog, and the macro would work for, like, I don't know, an afternoon, and then sometime in the day it would just stop working, and I couldn't sort out how to get it working again. And the third time it happened, I just killed the whole add-on. I just noped out of the whole thing. I was so annoyed. Never really see you play mage. Definitely, hybrid specs are always going to be a little more tempting for me than pure DPS, although I'm playing a warrior right now. I guess warriors can tank, but I'm pretending that's not true right now. Should I fish for the toxic tilapia? I've just been buying the fish every day. I haven't actually started doing any fishing. I figure if I have them anyways, then I'll grab them. Why not DH? I don't want to. I don't have a lot of, like, thought out, smart reasons for why I like or don't like different things. I feel like it's kind of instinctual. Got to fix that. Sorry, use the keybinds. I should test more often with the macro. Oh, when you say it's your add-on, you mean it's like your add-on, Esprit seems complicated. Sitting at 80, barely played. If we get the Necromancer Lich Hero spec that was leaked on Reddit, I may have to switch main? Oh, got a small puppy. Can't get him to potty outside. Any tips? Oh my god. When Moose was a baby and we brought him home, the first, like, time that we tried to get him to go outside, I was standing on the sidewalk with him for, like, an hour, just waiting for him to get around to it. And so that I could, like, reward him as soon as he did. I had, like, the treats ready to go. I'm just standing out there. Of course, we meet, like, 25 people because it's the city and you've got a puppy. And it's like, oh my god, can I meet your dog? And it's like, yeah, okay. And then, like, you know, an hour later, he finally pees or does whatever. And then I was clicker training at the time, so then it's click and treats. And he caught on pretty fast. But the first couple of times, it was just, like, a ton of waiting. It took forever. It was really annoying. What am I doing? I got sidetracked because I killed a rare, and that's what I'm doing. I did lose, like, a dozen rare attempts when I lost my add-on data, but it's fine because the mount didn't drop anyway. I hadn't really started farming them in earnest. And I could go manually add them back in, but it's fine. It's fine. Could I please bother you to wish my wife a happy birthday? Do any day now. Oh! Got her into WoW by watching your videos. I have a phone to record it. But you can also, the whole stream is saved as a VOD on YouTube, so you can always just go back and, like, replay it to screen grab or whatever it is that you want. Happy birthday to... Wait, let's see. I'm gonna say Mrs. Gary, although I feel like she must go by something other than Mrs. Gary, but happy birthday, Mrs. Gary. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a smooth delivery. Congratulations. Learn to like priests. Feel like they often get great transmogs. They have dramatic mogs, which I love about them. I love a high drama mog. I say as I wear a chain kini. Toxic Talapi. No? Oh, it's because I didn't spell it right. Toxic Tlihapi. Who? Did they write that on purpose, or did somebody make a typo and then somebody else just couldn't be bothered to deal with it? I spent 200 gold, that's fine. Here we go. I don't really know what I'm doing this for, but I'm sure it'll come in handy eventually. I know there's like there's a vendor. What's my reputation with them? Gonna unlock some stuff. Adriel, Brazilian, her name's impossible. Aw. Well, congrats, guys. Okay. So I'm still 2 of 5 with Captain Tonka. I should look through the meta. It'll be nice to do something that's not super gear heavy. I had an okay vault this week. Okay is kind of the best thing I can say about it. I picked Myth gloves. They're not tier, but they do have my BIS stats. So when I eventually catalyze them, they'll be my BIS tier gloves. I'm still sitting at 0 of 4-piece tier. And watching all my friends begin to get their 2 and 4 sets online is giving me a little bit of feeling a little left out. I'm hoping that I get better luck this week. I probably should have done LFR last week. I didn't. I should have done. I haven't crafted anything yet. I'm probably going to do that today before raid. I have enough Myth Crest to craft 2 items, so that's something. I'm going to do bracers and boots with an embellish on each of them, and that'll bump those item levels up. My neck needs... Jesus. My gear's doing okay, and my damage is doing okay, but my friends are all starting to really take off because they're getting good stuff, and they're also on mains that they've played for a really long time. I assume you beat Nulatek. Why would you assume that? Raid tonight, yeah! You assume incorrectly. Why not use charges? Because if tier drops, I want the flexibility. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of point in catalyzing before I get at least 1, if not 2-piece natty, because I have 2 charges, and I don't want... Like, if I catalyze 2-piece right now, I would have 2-piece. But then imagine that 2 pieces of warrior tier drop, nobody needs them, and they're in those exact 2 slots. I would have been better off holding charges and catalyzing 2 other pieces. Because you want to get your 4-piece online ASAP, so that you can start getting charges. I feel like Flabby's already had more charges drop than I have anything ever. Mind you, we did an asinine amount of keys, just crazy keys. Let's find this achievement. Hero tier with 2 of my 4 vaults? Oh, nice. I was so delusional. Before Tuesday, I was sitting around with my filled out vault being like, oh man, what if I have to choose between the cantrip sword and the cantrip trinket and then myth track tier? What am I gonna do? And then I open my vault and it's none of that. And I'm like, oh, right, reality. Hi, Mosey. Hi, Mose. Just bubble popped. How are you doing, buddy? Got Biss Trinket from Time Walker. Need a way to upgrade the track gear. Is on like veteran to champion. Sounded like you were close. We were done with raid for the week. We only raid 2 nights a week. We'll go back in tonight, and I expect we're going to get a lot farther because we all got a lot of gear this week. We all got a lot of gear this week. No. Oh, no. I looked up this achievement, and I forgot what it's called. Coiled Isle meta. I had found it. I figured doing this by achievements is going to give me some nice... Ulatek Uncoiled, that's what it's called. Let's search for Uncoiled. Lovely, okay. That's some nice structure through which to experience the zone. So they want me to do... Oh, also, I don't have sound playing in background, so every time I tab out, it pauses. That's no good. Haley the Hobbit, thank you for the 31-month resub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Missed the context. This gave me a good chuckle. Catalyst charges. Flabby, career criminal. Had 3 characters at 9 vault slots each, and then a throwaway 4th character I don't really like with 2 slots, and only the throwaway got both slots with tier. Oh my gosh. Thunderstorm rolling in. Perfect time for a bit of WoW, stream, some tea. Sounds good. More knock. Alright, so I am halfway through this meta because it sounds like I have done treasures and I've explored. One of these is for side quests, and one of these is for rares. The one for rares, there's only 2 rares I don't have, so why don't we start by going to check on them. Oh, you get a forge. We'll start by checking on the 2 rares I haven't done. So I'm looking for Farthik and Cesareth. And I'm just gonna look the old-fashioned way. I could Google this, but I'm gonna check my rare scanner. Normally I like my rare scanner to have actually bigger. I juice up the scale a little bit. Let's go to 105, see what that's like. Better, yeah. I won't juice it up as much as I had before, because before it was covering so many things, it was causing me other issues. Firmly in the coin grind for the vaults meta. Nice. I'll be there at some point. Well, I'm trying to enjoy my time in the overland first. I can't look at all these gold world quests. It's so hard to not. You know what? Why shouldn't I? After all. Here, well, let's start by checking for the 2 rares that I need, because if they're not up, then I might want to like check them a couple times today. Okay, so there's Farthik. He spawns due south. We'll start there. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. I always say things by accident that are silly out of context. I'm like, wait, no. 305 neck, less than ideal stats, but just trying to bump up item level to take on Nemesis. Nice. Friend plays Survival Hunter and has had catalyst charges thrown after her everywhere. Hasn't gone below 8. That's crazy. Okay, so this is where he spawns. Oh, I gave up on this one. It was up, and it was padding, and I was told I had to wait for a different treasure chest, and that irritated me so much I just left. That's why I don't have that one. Okay. Where is Cesareth? There's Cesalic. That's Cesaric Thoros. You think... This is snakes. Oh, there's another world quest down here. Surely I'll find it, right? It's in the vaults. There's one elite rare and it's in the vaults. Let me see. Can I see the vaults? No? Alright. Well. I wonder what the spawn time is on this one. Normally the rares don't take a crazy amount of time to spawn. Because I could do this world quest while I wait. In the underbelly in the vaults, you can't really see it on the map unless you go to the area. Well, maybe I leave that one for last, because logic is that if I'm working on the vaults meta after this, I'm probably going to be in there for a while, which means I'm probably going to happen across it eventually. Odds that I kill him at least once before I'm finished the meta are pretty good. So maybe I shouldn't go out of my way to worry about it. His wait time can be weird too. Clickable in the lower left. Lower left? There's a door. Right, okay. Ah, there it is. So he spawns, where does, oh. Is that him? It's not really telling me where they, no, that's something different. Oh, maybe that's him? I saw a little blue one. Yeah, that's where he spawns, right deep back of it, okay. Alright, well, that's a later me problem. Use the search bar? Oh, we found him. Far north where an event is. Okay. I'm gonna look up this Farthik fellow and see if there's any info about his spawn timer, if it's weird or different or long, or if I can just kind of hang out and wait. If this is the one that I specifically need. I guess I could also do a lap of the rest of the rares, not for my achievement, but just for mount chances. Farthik the Fanged? Farthik the Plunderer. I don't know what the cats are doing, but it's loud. Do not open the chest if the boss isn't there flying above you, otherwise you have to wait for the chest to respawn and close again so you can open it again. Just keep it closed, and when the boss is above you, open the chest and you'll come kill him. Okay. I wonder if that's what happened. When I was there and the boss was there, but the chest wasn't. Maybe somebody had opened it ahead of time or something and then, like, broken it that way. Maybe that's why. They spawn together now. Okay. No one's saying... No one's saying... Oh, someone said they camped like 3 hours. That's crazy. Only recently got fixed a couple days ago. I guess I can check on it in between doing all these gold world quests, and then if nothing else, I'll have like 3k gold at the end of this. I need gold to fund my key going. It's expensive to pay for repairs and stuff. Having to fight a little bit to tread water. And definitely accidentally did that before reading about the spawn for it. I think it's very understandable. You see a clicky thing, you click on it. That's... Games spent a bajillion years teaching us to do that. Just don't do stuff that harms your gear. And I gotta use potions. I'm still using cheap potions. I'm using good flasks now, because they at least last an hour, but I'm using silver potions of recklessness, because they're so much cheaper than the gold ones. This week in Raid, I'm going to be working on my single target rotation, making sure I am keeping my priorities more or less straight and my rend going. I'm not going to expect to do as much damage as I do in AoE, but also right now I'm in my AoE spec, so my single target's not going to be really set up. 5-stream streak, it ain't much, but it's something. I have Raid tonight. Gonna be a lot of gaming. I got up early so I could spend some time in the garden and water some stuff. It was good. It was nice out. Not too hot. Super first thing in the morning. Okay, so there's 1,000 gold and 96. Check on this. Oh boy, how much marl? 30. Really? No, there's one. Do you get more marl from like the first one you fly through or something? That's crazy. thought you said my rent important as well. Not as much as your rent, right? Thank you for the guides over the years. Been so useful. Oh, thank you for watching them. Appreciate it, Alex. Ooh, you know what I haven't done this week? And I don't know if I will, because that's not what I set it to do today. I haven't done my delves this week. Am I going to need... Yeah, I'm going to need a neck still, because I'm going to craft bracers and boots. Everything else I think is hero or myth or champion. I don't think I'm going to have any other... Well, aside from my neck. My neck is like a chain dragging me to earth right now. Okay, so this is not up. Let's do another world quest. And then we'll come back and see if it's up. Headed to Surrey this weekend. Very nice. Ooh, yes, you can get tier from the Time Walking Weekly. I need to do that too. I didn't want to work on the meta this morning. Maybe I don't mean it. I might want to work on stuff like that. I normally don't bother, but I need it. I need the gear. I could get lucky and get a piece of tier that way, so maybe I should do some time walking. I need all the juice I can get before raid tonight. There's a chance. Got a venom cursed item in my warlock. Yeah, apparently drops direct raid loot, including tier, which is crazy. This thing is faster than me. I need to get on a swimming mat. Scully, come back. Probably why the DPS queues are so quick. Yeah, and one of those things where I bet you the earlier in the week, the smoother the dungeons go. Although it's time walking, they're going to be fine anyway. Flabby was also doing the time walking raid. I know people were doing that. That might have some worthwhile loot. I would probably start with the dungeons and then see how I feel. Unless there's overlap. I hate time walking raids. I will hinder myself pretty hard in order to skip a time walking raid, but I would consider doing it this week. Blurk. Alright. The raid is a hero piece. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like what I was hearing about. The other two things that I need for this meta are just quest lines out here. Better do the skip for the raid. You can defeat the 5 raid bosses for the weekly quest as well. Okay. Pastel nuts. Alright. Last 5 boss skip took about 15 minutes. Who is starting these? How do they get the skip? Where do the skips come from? Is this a... What's happening here? Free-for-all PvP area. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Alright, I just need to find 2 more NPCs and I can get the heck out of here. Feels like some Mario music. It should be just the game. Do I have music on? It should be just the game. People do it for tips. It's really worth gold-wise to do it. They got the skip by joining a full run and then leaving at Yogg. I see. Okay, so that's a nice fast world quest. I'll swing by Farthik again to see if he's up. I wonder what I would do if I would just do... So there's the time walking, do 5 dungeons or raid bosses. Oh, so you could do a mix. You could do some raid bosses and then you could fill in the gaps with dungeons. Time walking weapons cost way too many badges. So whatever I do, I should do the raid first, because if I end up doing a full clear, then I don't have to touch dungeons at all. Which is kind of appealing. Still a great way to level characters, too. Skip the 4 keeper bosses. But you don't have to. You could do a full clear, right? And that would get you credit for the whole quest without having to do any dungeons. I don't want to toggle the island's curse. I want to talk to the Witherbark cook. Hello. Oh, no. Not one of these. Okay. Alright, what is this? We've got lukewarm fish guts, scavenged pepper plant, stale hardtack, salted spore, salted split boar. He said it's fresh boar, and I don't believe him. If it's so fresh, why did we salt it? This is indigestion in a pot. There's peppers. You have to kill Yogg for the hero piece unless you don't care about it. Want the chance for a tier piece. I want both, I think. Because I could get lucky and I could get like a hero neck and that would be huge for me. I don't know why I think I would get lucky, but I could get lucky. The soup is entirely boar and peppers. He has yet to ask for the other 2 items. More peppers! Maybe he likes a salty stew? Yep, that's it. 2 ingredients. Lovely. Hey, get some coupons. Got an Endeavor task done. Got a little gold. Is this a curse surge? Yeah, I should do it. If there's ever a world in which I do 150 curse surges, I guess I shouldn't sit them out. Fun story. Monday night I had nothing better to do, so I figured I might as well try Hard Asterek. Took me 40 minutes, 3 attempts. I died at like 7% after being done with the guessing game, but then I was finally... why did you base this twice? I was getting there. Finally able to get a kill. Got so pumped I enlisted in a +7 key and died to the first mob. Oh man. Adrenaline. Hell of a drug. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. Is this it? Did I join really late? Do I just get credit just like that? Do I have 2 curse surges out of 150? Yes! I only gotta do that 148 more times, everybody. It'll be fine. Oh, pressed enter by accident. Half of it's gone. Oh, okay, okay. I can't res anybody, even if I wanted to. It's weird not having a res. It's very strange. Curse surges are an above ground activity. They're not part of the above meta, though. They're their own achievement that has a title, but they're not directly part of the meta. So I think that it's only pain for those of us who want it. There's a title, though. Okay. This guy's still not up. We can do another world quest for some more gold. Curse surges are not my favorite gameplay feature. Sorry, Mr. Blizzard. I think Mr. Blizzard can probably stand to catch a little side eye for that. Curse Breaker Crinkle. I've been Captain Crinkle. I love being Captain Crinkle. I feel like a Cartoon Network character. Yeah, I heard about the Patrols achievement. Is that part of the meta? I haven't really scoured through the Atelotech meta yet. I know it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Alright, I want to go do Narzira, which I believe is in the cave, maybe? Yeah. Oh, this is the trolls that laugh at me. No, but there's a mount. Okay. Alright. I wonder if what I would do is do the rest of the meta, live the rest of my life, and then see kind of, did I put my rent up? There's rent. And then have a look at how much is left, like how far into that achievement I am by the time I've done literally everything else. Alright, lovely. When are they gonna finally invite you? I don't think I'd make a great caster. I did once upon a time get invited to cast an event like that. It wasn't like this one, I don't think. It was like a different org that was trying to put on an event years and years ago. But I would have had to travel to Europe, and I was not prepared to do that, financially or otherwise. Didn't even think to look for a new meta. Now I'm biologically compelled to. There's an above ground and a below ground meta. There's two separate metas out here. There's the Ulatech Uncoiled, and then there's another meta for the vaults, which is a choice. Leave house? No. Casting is also not something I've ever done before, and I feel like it's a skill set that might take a little bit of learning. I'm sure I could pick it up, but it, you know, learning live on air sounds stressful. I'm sure I would say some dumb garbage. Tried last night Fable before the reset died at 30%. And then the reset hit, which also broke the add-on for the memory game. Oh, man. Social battery would be depleted in hour 1, and I'll be like, what do you mean it'll take 2 more weeks for Liquid to down the boss? Yeah, I can't emphasize enough how much of a hermit I am and how little experience I have interacting with other people. I know all the theory, but I'm really out of practice. I'm very rusty in talk to people. I think a lot of people assume that I know how to talk to people, and I think you would be shocked to find out how incorrect you are. I spend a lot of time doing this, and this is just me talking to me. And reading chat at whatever pace suits me, which is a different skill. Have Moose do Race to World first instead. Woof. Nah, he doesn't woof. Moose is the quietest dog you've met. Like, it's a bit spooky. You can hang out with him all day, and he's not gonna make a peep. He's just gonna... He communicates via looks and expressions. And where he's standing. He's not making a sound. What class would Moose be? I want to say a warrior, but that's just because that's what I'm playing right now. It's just because it's the thing in front of me. People would be forgiving as it's you. Maybe, but I don't want to use up all that goodwill. I feel like you get X amount of forgiveness, and I don't want to use it up. I want to save it in case I need it. The most talkative cats in existence. Constant yapping. It seems like a dog that gives wicked side-eye. Oh my gosh. So we went fishing yesterday morning. We got up early, which we're not skilled at, but we got up early. We went fishing. And as we were leaving, we didn't bring the dog because it's not a very good place for a dog to be. It's like super sharp rocks. There's nowhere for him to hang out. It's all direct sun. Not super safe. So we leave him at home. We give him everything he needs, take him out, whatever. Stock him up on food and water. Plus, it's like a day trip. We're not going to be gone all day. But he knows that we're going because he knows what the fishing stuff looks like. He knows what the outside clothes look like. And he absolutely ices you out. He lays down on his bed. He specifically turns so he's not looking at you. He pins his ears back in universal dog for I'm not happy. And he won't look at you. If you move in front of him, he'll turn his head so he's not looking at you. It's kind of shattering. It's because he's right. He's 100% right. He's mad that you're leaving him, but like he gives fantastic guilt trips. It's been a long time since I caught one of your streams. I see him as being a prot warrior, right? I think so too. I think he might be a good tank. He's kind of got protector energy. He's a real sweet guy. He doesn't make a peep, but if he thinks that there's something funny going on, he's not gonna let it go until he knows what's going on. So I did my world quest. I got another 1,000 gold. Let's go back to the rare. See if it's up now. That's a nice thing to say, Ryu, so thank you. I think that as people, we get good at the things that we do. For better and for worse. We get better at the stuff that we practice, whether that's a good habit or a bad habit or your job or whatever. And out of sheer inertia, I do have a lot of practice at this. At streaming. For no better reason than I never quit. We've got some good practice. Is it up? Every time I come by here, I get like 1 moral. 2 moral. Didn't even give me any moral. What's the point of that? I wonder if they cut you off on those little Orbeez after a while. Tuna would be an outlaw rogue with the amount of tuna. I keep hearing in this stream. If something is going horribly wrong, it's always Tuna. If there's some catastrophe being wrought in my house, it is Tuna. Tuna's the one doing it. I've been playing Classic so long, hearing, oh, there's another 1k gold. Sounds foreign to me. Yeah, inflation's quite a thing in retail. I'm gonna vendor some stuff. Catastrophe indeed. Poor guy almost got his hands crunched because we were opening a door and we were on the side of it where you couldn't see it. He was on the other side of the door and he decided that he wanted to shove both his hands in the in the gap by the hinge of the door right before it went closed, and then was like, oh my gosh, how could this happen? Okay, so this is up and it looks like the guy is there. I think we can just get this going. We stopped and he got his hands out and he was not hurt, but he made a terrible sound. And also, why would you do that? I can't save him from himself. I'm hoping he won't do it again. I think he learned. What class would Tiki be? Tiki might be like a... I want to say the warlock summoning people to raid, or maybe like a rogue. Tiki's very sit back and watch. Tiki's very observant. Tiki's really shy, apparently. I thought he was very outgoing. He's not outgoing around strangers. He will hide if he thinks there's anyone strange in the house. He is not coming out for company. He'll hide under the bed. He's a bit skittish. And he's mostly just kind of like a watch and observe kind of cat, except that he loves me down. And he wants to be in my skin and we'll have like big squiggly cuddles. Okay, so I did the rare, which is great. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work on the meta today, but I think concessions must be made for the sake of progress. I think I should work on this time walking thing. Let's go to, what, Northrend? Let me think about this. I'm going to stop by the house. Because I think I need to pick up... Is there a quest I mean, I'm going to go to Northrend anyway. I was going to ask if there's a quest I need to pick up for the Ulduar thing. I have the Frozen Path Through Time, 0-5 time walking raid bosses or dungeons. I understand there's another piece you get. I don't really know how it happens, though. You pick it up in the raid. People share it when you join the raid. Can I pick it up ahead of time if I'm just feeling neurotic? Most people share it. What if I want to not rely on that? He could be a rogue because of hiding. Can I pick it up in Wrath Dalaran, maybe? Center of Northrend Dalaran. Okay, let's go do that. It'll make me feel better. It'll make me feel better. Yeah, Tiki might be a rogue. Or a feral druid. I feel like he'd be a feral druid because sometimes he's a cuddly bear and I call him my Tiki bear. This isn't how you get to Northrend. This is how you get to Northrend. This might be a hot take, but I feel they should put some player power behind Loremaster for a zone or patch. A Fura Myth Crest for a single crafted piece. Challenge for Delve Myth Crest is more tedium instead of difficulty, so it makes sense. Okay. Alright. Lovely. I'm gonna untrack everything but these. And I suppose I'm gonna look for a group. Looks like a lot of skips. Can you can, can't you? You can tip people across server. Time walking kill first 8, save CD for last 5. So if I wanted a full clear, it's this one, but there's nobody in there. Horde only. Sure. If all the groups are skip groups, then that's fine. And then I want to probably press this button. Hi, Moose. Welcome back. Hi. No? Oh. Should I fly there? Oh, the leader will cue me. Oh. You can tell I've never done a time walking raid since like the first one in Black Temple. I'm Lizzie. How are ya? How are ya, buddy? Oh. He stretched out his neck and he burps. Hi. You are just like me. Muzzy boy. Thanks for the guides on YouTube. Helped me a lot. Thanks for watching them, Mr. Squirrel. So afraid I wasn't socializing my cats enough because they hide when anyone new comes around. Vet said it's normal. Yeah, mine also had a lot of social experience early on, but I guess they settled in. It's fine. I guess I don't need them to do anything differently. I feel a bit sad because when I have company over, Tiki's like scared. And I think he'll get used to it as nothing bad happens. No one's bothering him. No one's trying to get him out from under the bed. He can just take his time. And as soon as people leave, he comes back out again. But like, I feel bad, you know? He's a nice guy. And I want him to be comfy. Is it fine that this is a mixed faction group? I noticed a different group was listed as Horde only. This group is not listed as any particular faction, and I'm noticing some of us are Horde and some of us are not. Mine were super social until I got my dog, and now they're out maybe half the day, not the full day. Okay. Because you're queuing as a full group. Gotcha. Are you able to just join? If I had wanted to, would I have been able to just queue up and it would have queued me into it without a pre-made group kind of thing? No? Oh. Well, I'm so confused. It's fine then. You can't solo queue. Cross-faction is fine. So if it's fine to be mixed because I'm queuing as a full group, then why would you need to ever faction lock it? Can you queue as a partial group? It doesn't matter. Alliance hate mostly. Cats love my dogs. Dogs just don't care about the cats. As long as everyone's getting along, that's the main thing. That was mostly what I wanted. Whenever they do cute stuff together, that's bonus. Okay, so they're gonna be beside tips at the first teleport. Okay. What's a reasonable tip? Got a lot of people in here. 500 gold? 1,000 gold? Oh, they're busy. They're busy. They're busy. $10 million. Let's do. I'm gonna do 1K. Here you go. Happy birthday. I have a feeling that's too much, but that's fine. And maybe it's not enough and I've just embarrassed myself. Where am I going? Yeah, I also want to know where to. Okay, Shattered Walkway. I hope that was a good faith answer because I have no idea. You could prank me so easily. And then go left. Okay. I do 1K, not sure what's normal. Got the most organized LFR group ever. Had a Mythic Raider in there, knew the mechanics. I'm perplexed. A lot of people this week and last week, and maybe next week as well, no matter how good they are, might be doing LFR. Some of the very best players are going to be in LFR because they want chances at tier. Especially if they're getting unlucky like I am. Flabby got one of his pieces of tier out of LFR last week. I should have done it. I didn't. 1K is one repair in this economy. 1 to 10K is normal when I was adding these runs. Okay. Mugged a 275 item level character for that LFR. Help. That's so funny. Hey, do you need that? Yes. Better luck next time, kid. Well, you did. You're wearing it, you know. Plus, you wouldn't have been able to start getting charges if you hadn't picked it up. A 5K tip. Oh. Well, clearly I'm cheaper than I thought I was. Oh, hey. I didn't even get there to tag it, but it still counts. Yeah, for a skip. For like an Old War skip. 5K tip for like a gear crafting is, I feel like, perfectly fine. Yeah, I guess I'm too poor for skips. Oh, hey, I got Transmog. That's funny. They're also, I hope nobody whispers me for those because they're Mog for me. Well, I'm glad there's lots of skip groups going on anyway. 5k for a skip is what I've always done. A little bummed yesterday that the BOEs and time walking aren't scaled. Yeah. I'm assuming the bosses are going to die really fast without any particular degree of difficulty. I meant to charge that tentacle, but I didn't. Portals! I'm going in! I thought I saw a thing called influencer tentacle. Oh, it's influence tentacle. I'm like, how do they know our secrets? It was spilled. Glad I don't have to farm this raid anymore. Got all the tier sets I wanted, plus the legendary hammer and Mim's head. Nice. Alright, well, brain's dead. We leaving? There we go, there's Yogg. And then I can turn in the quest. That's it? That took 5 minutes. Maybe I should have tipped more. Perhaps I should have given them more gold. Yeah, they got some gold. That's good enough. Is there more? Is everybody leaving? We're just gonna go turn it in. Mind reading, duh. It's really quick right now. Yeah. So I guess we go back to the entrance, maybe? Base camp? Or when I leave, I go... Oh, no, it's right here. Alright, let's pick this up. And then we can leave. Say thank you. Manners, very important. And now I only need 3 time walking dungeons instead of 5. Alright. Let's leave again. Okay. I have a box. I would like to open my box. What did we get? This is the hero piece from doing the raid. Hoping for a neck. Da-da-da-da-da. That's not a neck. Hero shoulders. Ugh, Versa. Here. /simc. Copy. Let's go to raid bots. I'm sure they're melting this week. Yeah, it's transmog if nothing else. I'm really bad at using raid bots to sim stuff. I'm not really familiar with all the options. So let's paste into there. And then I'm looking for top gear, I guess for patchwork, and I'm just going to extrapolate from that. And I mostly just want to check the shoulders. I just want to check the shoulders. Probably not the boots, although I guess why not. And then, gem's fine, consume's fine. Fine. Find top gear. I'm turning off high precision. Just eyeball it. Is Light Up the Night the main meta? Is that a new one? Light Up the Night, I believe, was a War Within meta. Or no. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything. It was the original meta. That was the Season 1 meta. Now you can upgrade your champ shoulders. That is true, actually. Okay, so they're saying my top gear they want me to wear... They want me to keep my champion shoulders on. Do they want me to change anything else? Isn't there normally a thing that says you're currently wearing your top gear? Okay, so putting the new shoulders on would drop me. Putting the new boots on would drop me, and putting on both would drop me a lot. Yeah, that makes sense. So does that mean that I'm fine? It's good. Why am I so bad at reading this? I could have oh no, there it is. You're currently equipped gear as a top gear. Okay, I found it. It's the font or something. I don't know. My brain's just not parsing. Okay. All right, well that's fine. Time to sit in some time walking dungeon queues, I think. Yeah, I don't see why not. Hey, Hazel and chat. Good evening from warm, sunny Wales. Good evening to you. Happy Wednesday. Season 2 meta. There's a new one called... Hang on. Ulatek Uncoiled. And that's the Coiled Isle meta. There's another one for in the vaults. And I'm going to find it. Hang on. Atal Utek meta. Assault the Vault. So Ulatek Uncoiled and Assault the Vault are the two new metas. This is for the down below one. What are we saying for this? 4 minutes. Okay, that's not, you know what? That's not a bad DPS queue time. In the meantime, I could probably go... Do I want to go down below and work on... If I disenchant this Northrend stuff, is it going to give me Northrend shards? Probably. I'm just going to vendor them. Still a get. You got like 40 to 60 for Champion Crest. I guess that's true, yeah. Because you're right, my shoulders were not upgraded fully. So I will I'll go back to town and I will juice those. Argentina key. When in doubt, Argentina key. Oh, hey. Let me in. Time walking dungeons will be fun, at least. As a DPS, I can... I don't know, Bladestorm. Something like that. Yeah, could have been worse. I could have gotten, like, hero gloves or something in the one slot that I have myth gear in. Ulatek Uncoiled, I believe, is the other one. Oh, yeah. Send me right back to 2009. Heck yeah. In the first LFG, when people were doing random heroic dungeons, this was the thing. Also, who goes mid first? That's strange. It's fine. I'll get over it. I'm saving cooldowns for any weeple though. I'm a diva. Maybe this will be fast. Maybe the dungeons, because I only need, well, 3. I do need 3. Maybe it'll come super fast. And you know what? We're going to get time warp badges for just doing a dungeon in general. I got some time warp badges for doing the raid quest. And it'll be fun. I'm sure I need badges for something. I forgot to check the vendor. I forgot to check the, I guess I'm not saving cooldowns, am I? Give me something else. Do it. Do it now. I've turned into Billy. Never seen anyone go this way first. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Whippersnappers don't know how to do this dungeon. Hey, your tank, your rules. Fascinating. Oh my god. Where is he going? There's bosses and stuff that I think we have to do. Maybe he knows something I don't. Sometimes I think that I'm like on a high horse scoffing at someone's choices and they actually know something I don't. So maybe he's on to something. You never know. Wrath babies old enough to have their own babies feel old yet? I say this as a Wrath baby. When you say Wrath babies, you mean babies born during Wrath and not just people that started playing during Wrath? Because I know that I'm old enough to have babies. I'm just pretending that I'm not. No, this is odd. He's just taking a tour. Alright, let's do this one and maybe a little Bladestorm. tanking, which seems fine. That's okay. People who started playing during Wrath. Yeah, I don't know. I started playing during Wrath, and I'm about to turn 34. I've been old enough to have babies. When I was 21, people born then can have kids, right? I'm sure some people do. This is where he's going, right? I'm just helping gather stuff up. I really thought things were going to gather up. My kid is Legion years old. Oh my gosh, me and Y are the same age. How is kiddo doing? Excited for back to school? I always see back to school advertisements, and there's a little part of me that's like jealous, which is weird. Relief, I think, is the correct emotion, but a little part of me that's like, you know what? That's a cute lunchbox. How old was I when I started streaming? Maybe 21? Ish? Wants to see friends, doesn't want to go back. Yeah. Fair. Valid, relatable. That's crazy, isn't it? Is it crazy that I'm still so young and hip and with it, even after all these years? Yeah, for Skibbity, sure, there you go. No Ohio to be found. He's never hippin' with it. I think I skipped my moment to be hippin' with it. I think I completely sat out my 20s when I could have had a moment of being in step with culture. I think we just whiffed it, which is fine. It's not a requirement. I spent the entirety of my 20s indoors with my pets, playing WoW. Made a couple cookies, grew a couple plants, had a few aquariums, bada bing bada boom, you're 33. What are you gonna do? Can you confirm things do indeed work themselves out? They do? Your definition of out might change, though. They may not work themselves out the way you expected them to, and no one's really guaranteed no one's really guaranteed anything. We're not really entitled to happy endings or like X amount of years or anything at all. You just kind of gotta expect nothing and hope for the best. Just hit the hit Game Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'm gonna be 34 in another week or two here. Week and a half. Am I not streaming on my birthday? I am not streaming on my birthday. Should I lie and pretend it's a day later so I can birthday stream? Just farm birthday tips. Like, let's celebrate me. Turn 40 in 35 days. It does work out, but Hazel's right. Definition changes. 34-hour marathon stream. Is that how it works? I think that by the time you hit your 70s, it's going to be the last thing you do. No more birthdays. Older bro died at 34, now older than he was. Sorry for your loss. Remember the Space Maker pencil holders for school. Binders were a big deal when I was in high school. Everybody had a binder. Your binder was like your personality. You would bedazzle it or scribble on it or whatever. And also they were stuffed to bursting with I don't even know what. Assignments and stuff. Sometimes I imagine if I went back and I did school with like adult levels of executive function and organization if it would go differently, and then I remember I don't have that. It wouldn't go any differently. I haven't changed at all. If anything, I have degraded. Trapper keepers. I've never heard of a trapper keeper. Happy birthday. I don't know what they use now. They might still use binders. I don't know. I don't really have any friends that are kids. I have a nephew, but he hasn't started school yet. He's still toddling around. He started preschool. Likes that. Agendas for me. Yeah, we had an agenda. You had to have your agenda. If you forgot your agenda, they would not let you. You had to go get it. You had to go home. Like, you could not live without your agenda. They were very firm on that. They were very pro-agenda. It was the agenda. Off to become a pillar of salt. I'm kind of enjoying this Nexus. I was trying to think of the second word of the dungeon name. Whoa, careful. I'm kind of enjoying this dungeon. It's just the Nexus. You know, I've never seen it from this angle. I did do school uniform for like a year when I was quite young before we moved to public schools. I didn't do that anymore. We got in all kinds of trouble because our like scrunchies weren't the right color. Mom had to buy scrunchies in the school colors because heaven forbid you don't match your freaking uniform. Some Catholic school, I don't know. Alexander T. Coombs, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. We didn't go very long. One of the zones for Legion class hall. There's class hall quests in here. For sure. Years since I saw this dungeon. Used to farm it for something. I don't remember. This used to be like one of the fastest dungeons to just book through whenever you were just spamming random dungeons in Wrath. Went to an Episcopal school for a couple years. Also had the whole uniform thing. I understand that's a different kind of religious school, but it sounds for all the life of me just like it's a school that is there for the promotion of mouthwash. Uniforms are great, also awful. There's a public school in my area that does uniforms. Don't think public schools were allowed to do that. Started playing on launch day for vanilla and I feel like a dinosaur now. A lot of California public schools do uniforms. When I was in school, we had like a debate class and the topic that we were told to debate was school uniforms. Which is, I think, smart because it's like relevant to kids. And there's genuine arguments on both sides of it. Morning, Hazel. Good morning, Milligram. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. One more boss. And luckily, we've already cleared the trash around the boss because we went through the middle before we ever came anywhere else. So that's good. We're just booking it. We're just booking it. We're definitely gonna have to fight the stuff. You see, there was a plan. We got there in the end. Nice thing about a dungeon is it's like a closed ecosystem. It's you can't leave. right? Like, you're gonna eventually, if you keep bopping around like a, I don't know, like an electron, you're gonna get to everywhere you need to go. Oh, that's right. You have to click on the Orbeez. I forgot about that. I should probably give the tank a second. Is the tank here? No, he's not. Alright, well, let's just do this anyway. I didn't pull it. Don't forget to jump. I don't even know if we're going to get that mechanic. Or if we did, I didn't notice. There we go. Nice frigid prism. Little belt. I don't think so. I'm going to take my chances with a new group, I think. Don't mind if I do. Had a lovely thunderstorm here in Cheshire, England. Are your pets okay with thunderstorms? Yeah, not too bad. They don't love... Actually, you know what? They don't mind fireworks either. I was going to say they don't love fireworks, but no, they're fine with fireworks. We don't get a lot of thunder out here. One time a Fury Warrior had to tank because tank left. I told them to slow the pulls. We did it. Alright, so back in queue. I'm going to need to go back to Dalaran anyway. If I was doing that, I would probably want to take the portal. So 2 more dungeons, and then I'm caught up with the time walking thing. Ready for raid. This is Murder Row. That's not a portal. I mean, it is a portal. It's just not the one I want to take. Maybe I want to go this way. Petrified Root selling me for 1k gold. Don't mind me when I get to delving. I think the drop rate of it kind of fell off a cliff. People that hoarded it would have done really well. I'm just going to sell the stuff that I have. I got some from a dungeon. I also do want to do my delves this week. I haven't even done Prey. I mean, I guess I haven't done any weeklies. I wanted to focus more on the meta than on, like, my chores, just because I think it's more interesting to watch a specific project and not just, well, I gotta do this for the week. I say as I do my chores anyway. At least the time walking. I gotta do it before raid tonight. Prey and delves, maybe I start doing them off stream? Ooh. That doesn't sound like me. I started a new Stardew Valley save file. If I'm playing games off stream for me, I started Stardew Valley again because I couldn't wait for 1.7 anymore, and I don't even know what 1.7 has aside from marriageable Clint and Sandy. So I decided if I want to go back to Pelican Town, I'm going back to Pelican Town. Ooh, I never do Forge of Souls. This will be fun. Glizzy Ball. This is kind of a cool dungeon. Meadowlands Farm. Starting with Meadowlands Farm. My first 2 chickens were named Porcini and Portobello, and I named the second 2 Button and Oyster to keep with the mushroom theme. I just built a barn, but I haven't got cows yet. I'm saving it for cows. I played kind of a lot. My hands were feeling it, especially because I'd gone fishing earlier in the day. Guys, we were salmon fishing, and I hooked into a big one. I got my very first big salmon hit. Not really my very first, because I did catch a big salmon last year, but that was weird. It was a fluke. It was a surprise. I didn't know what was going on. The salmon didn't know what was going on. That didn't count. I woke up from a nap and just caught a fish. This time around, I was actually trying. I was actually working on my cast and working on my action, and like, we had a good spot. It was feeling fishy. We were catching shakers. We had bait balls boiling, and I hooked into what must have been a big spring salmon. And it just took off. Like, I was talking to Flabby, and then all of a sudden, something yanks on my rod, and my reel starts screaming. And adrenaline up to 1,000. Wrist instantly, like, breaking. Big, strong fish. And I played it for a while. I actually fought it. I'd never had a chance to do that before. Flabby was kind of coaching me through it. But I was fighting the fish. I was playing the fish. And I got it almost all the way in, and I lost it right in front of us. It managed to jump, and I didn't have enough tension on it, and managed to shake the hook in the air. It was glorious, though. It was so exciting. I get it now. Is it bad that I now want salmon for dinner? It was cool, though. I'm really glad that I had that experience, even if I didn't land the fish. The fish got lucky. What kind of salmon? We get Chinook and we get coho and I mean, we get all kinds of salmon. We also get pink salmon. Flabby knows more about like which different kinds are active and legal at different places and different times of year. I have my salmon stamp and my license, and I just kind of trust his judgment because he knows a lot more about the whole thing than I do. I think we're fishing for coho and Chinook, though. Upgrade my GPU, it's 3060? What do you recommend? Is your 3060 not good enough? I am so cheap, I'm like, that sounds great, I feel like it should be fine. I have a 3080 that's working great for me. I don't do anything complicated, though. I guess I would look at what your gaming needs are and then try to future-proof yourself, and maybe don't get the most expensive thing, because not only are those crazy expensive, but also they tend to sometimes have more issues than like the medium-high road GPUs. I haven't bought a GPU in like 7 years, though. I'm very out of date. There's everything about IRL as well. Not fair for Flabby. He's very good at anything he sets his mind to, and he's gotten very into fishing in the last couple of years. He's that kind of person that's going to get to the bottom of it and figure out all the secret tech and like the... He's gonna really grind and put in some time and put in some work and find out all the little things that add up and make a difference at whatever it is that he's working on, and he's really good at fishing. 4070 Ti Super, and WoW still crashes and freezes. It's always hot, and I only play WoW. I don't know if a better one's gonna run less hot, maybe. If it was me, I would just mess with my settings first and see if that makes a difference and use it for as long as I could get away with, but I'm cheap. I want to go salmon fishing. I like going salmon eating. Papa's new bag. I got a 20 slot bag. Wow. It's me. Yeah. I generally put 80% effort into a lot of things. It takes a very special type of hyper-focus for me to put 100% effort into something. What is the music in here? What in the 80s rock ballad is this? Is this the Forge of Souls music, or is someone calling me? It's so good. It's different. It's noticeable. It breaks out of the background, that's for sure. It's just so out of... It's so not very Forge of Soulsy. Which I think it's great, but like... When you think of dungeons like this, you normally think of just like chilling sounds. Bronze Gem changes the music during its phase animation. Somebody somewhere is very proud of this, and they should be. Yeah, I usually put 80% effort in. I go for a nice balance between what is going to get me most of the results I want versus not annoy me too much, because I am... I wouldn't say lazy, but a little lazy. I am always thinking about how to protect my own sanity and balance. I'm always factoring myself into anything that I'm sizing up doing. Because I have found that if I don't do that, I will overcommit and burn out, and then nothing gets done for approximately 7 business years. So, we do things 80%. There we go. Nice, thank you. I just need one more dungeon. This is empty-ish. I will probably... I don't know how long the dungeon queue is going to be. Kind of want to pop in a queue and then take a break, but I might miss my queue. I also want to look at this vendor. What kind of stuff is here? There's a mount that I don't have yet. And it's a nice one. Let me see how many badges we have. Dungeons and raids, time warp badges. Do I have a stockpile somewhere? Sort of. I have 2,500. I need 5,000 though, huh? Holy spenderoni. Ooh. There's also a pet that I don't have. We've got some transmog sets, which are thankfully a little uggo, or at least not my personal preference. We've got some weapons. I mean, it's Wrath style stuff. I think that's where it's losing with me. I don't really like Wrath style stuff, which is great because I can't afford it anyway. That is a big ol' not my problem. We do want this, but I don't think I can afford it. Anyway, I'm gonna queue up for one more time walking dungeon, and I'm going to take a quick break. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Did I miss my queue? No, I did not miss my queue. Okay. My tiki bear. He's a secret tuxedo cat. He's got a very subtle patch of white hair on his chest. He's a black cat and he's got like 9 white hairs, and every day he thinks about growing another one. He's undercover. He just wants you to think he's a black cat. Oh, BRB screen didn't play music. Okay, I can fix that at some point. I probably just didn't mute my mic. Alright, this is my last dungeon before my time walking cache, in which we're really hoping to get lucky with tier or a cantrip item. Would be phenomenal if that's possible. Failing that, a neck would be great. And then failing that, never mind. That's all I could really ask for. Alright, what are we gathering up? Doing a nice big pull? Alright. Bladestorm! Ugh. I mow through time walking right now, so I'm not the only one. I was not sure if scaling would be favorable for me to do damage in time walking, because I don't have any tier. My trinkets are only okay. And I know they do scale you in time walking, so I kind of figured my item level wouldn't help me at all, but it seems good. Cantrip items are items with special effects on them. There are swords and rings and stuff. Trinkets are kind of implied to have special effects on them because that's what they're trinkets. But like the weapons that have special effects on them. the effect would be called a cantrip. And there's the last 2 bosses of the raid have some really nice ones that are kind of bis for everybody. Or lots of people. I'm kind of looping my trinkets into there too, even though I'm sure it's not a technically sound definition. Passive procs on gear. Yeah, just like extra little bonus effects and things that they do. Extra funny text on like a sword or something. All the best stuff is from the last 2 bosses of raid, seems like. Here's Hatternox. Lots of people doing damage in this dungeon. This one's gonna be over in a flash. Sometimes proc, sometimes a bonus. You deal XYZ on the 2nd Sunday of the month. I believe there's a couple of like mini sets as well, like weapon rings or weapon trinkets or something that like are kind of part of like little baby 2 sets that have their own special effects that you kind of want, or that I want anyway. Stuff that I'm expecting to get out of Vault, because when it drops in raid, 90,000 people are going to want it. I like the Night Elf racial that gives you stats based on what time of day it is. Sorry guys, I can't do keys. I'm not bis until 4 o'clock. Ruby Whelp Shelf from the vault last night. Not sure how it works, though. Don't give them ideas. I mean, that's exactly how it works. There's gotta be some Night Elf out there who's so neurotic that they will only play when they have their optimal secondary in place. I'm sure, like, you shouldn't worry about it. It's ridiculous to worry about it, but there's gotta be somebody out there that does. I'm gonna be doing a lot of time walking after work this week. It's not a crazy commitment to just get like your weekly stuff. Although people that want to get the items, the hero piece and then the cash on alts would have more time walking to do. And then somebody might just want to grind a ton of badges. This is my last one though. Bonus crit during the day, haste at night? You'd think it would be the opposite. Only like 1%. I always feel hastier during the day and crittier at night. Both for me. Won't even be playing that many alts so seriously, but I love getting the raid drops and badges. I mean, it's nice that you get extra badges for doing it again. Alright. Woo! Slash I. Thank you. We'll see about leveling anymore. I have over 5090s. Holy smokes. Alright. How lucky are we? We need to go back to town. I'm gonna leave this vendor. I'm not gonna have enough badges to buy them out. Later, me problem. If I wanted to go... Argentina key, probably, yeah. Gotta get him ready for frag. Frag. Go placidly. Thank you for the 40-month resub. Appreciate it. Maybe after this I can get back to my meta. Very welcome. Thank you. Speaking of topics that nobody raised at all, I finally watched, a few of you were talking a while back about the Devil Wears Prada 2, finally caught up on it. Made it onto Crave, turned it on. That's cute. I always love Anne Hathaway. Let's do this. Alright, what do we think we got? What do we got? Crossing my fingers, crossing my toes. Drum roll, although gently. Dun, 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 dun. Boo. I got a champion ring with terrible stats and speed, and I have 2 hero rings with half decent stats. Ay, ay, ay. That does remind me, I need to go at least upgrade my shoulders. What a whiff. Wah, wah. I am not hitting with my luck. I've had 2 kind of iffy vaults. I'm not really... I did a bunch of... I've done 4 keys so far. I got 1 piece of loot. I had to trade it. It wasn't even good for me. Anyway, I can get this upgrade for free. Sad trombone. Playing in your face right here with you. Yeah, not a single piece of tier to my name. I will craft today before raid, so that'll be something. That'll help a little bit. Hopefully we get more plate tier dropping. Would be nice. Oh well. I'm just gonna vendor that. We're just gonna make that go away. What are you gonna do? Get rid of all those. I don't want the bag. Well, just maybe go back to, maybe we go back to... whatchamacallit? Got hero shoulders that don't even sim better. And go back to the island, and we'll do some more island stuff. At least I've tried. I opened my time walking caches. I checked. I checked to see if they were any good. Plate dropping for no one is always cloth. Yep, nothing but cloth drops. I heard it was a bug. I don't know if that's cope or not. I heard it was buggy. I'm hoping that if it was bugged that it would be fixed, but I don't know. I'll get my stuff eventually. Sooner or later. They can't hold me down forever. Ooh, should we go check for Princess Bloodshed? Let's go just have a little look. Normal last night with 3 shaman, 2 evokers, and a hunter, and not a single piece of mail tier. Plates dropping for no one. Yeah. I wish, I at least have a bunch of hero gear from keys. For the amount of keys that I've done, though, I'm not even I feel like I'm getting a little unlucky. Maybe I'll do my, my delves off stream, before raid so that I can get chances at even just like a champion neck. Or a hero piece, actually. You know what? There's one more random hero piece we could get from map, and I could get that if I did Nightmare Prey, 3 Nightmare Prey, and then a delve. I really mistitled the stream today. I guess we can work on the meta tomorrow. A lot of delves in hopes of a t-shirt. A t-shirt? No luck with Dame Bloodshed. Let's go pick up the Prey weekly. That's my favorite way to get a map, is just to do the 3 Nightmare Prey. I noticed my Slayer dungeon spec and my outdoor Slayer spec are identical, so I don't bother switching anymore. Okay, let's pick up. Let's do our first one on the Isle. And then if we happen to trip on Rockhollow, we can kill him. I don't think I have a flute already, do I? I think I'm doing this to get a flute so that I can use it. No, I'm doing this to get a flute. There's a portal, right? Like a prey portal to the Coiled Isle? I'm just gonna hearth there. To the right. Because I know I can port back. Done that before. Alright. Prey time. I do still have my traps in my bar, so that's good. Isle Weekly got me a map directly, no need for flute. There you go. Speaking of Isle Weekly, I should probably pick that up, eh? I'll do it. I mean, I need to do it anyway, but that's a later me problem. Give me a prey. Actually, just give me a regular world quest, eh? There's one more that has gold that I haven't done yet. Yeah, there is a portal in the housing area. It's only valid while the current endeavor is up, so don't get super crazy used to it. Another 5 days and we're going to lose that. Yeah, I think this is faster than doing the Vault Weekly. 3. Well, maybe it's not faster, but it'll at least give us some... We'll get 2 champion pieces, I think, that I could proc a neck. My neck is 276. It's in bad shape. Anyway, we can do this world quest. We can do any rares that we trip on in the meantime. I need 1 more rare and then 2 more quest lines out here for my meta, which isn't what I'm working on right now. But if I found... Well, the last rare is in the vaults, though. I'm not going to go down there yet. Not while I'm working on Prey. Is this where World Call spawns anyway? No. Go, Nick! I would love to get a neck to drop today because I'm not going to craft one. I'm going to craft 2 embellish pieces, and they're going to be bracers and boots. Because I want to get my embellishes online ASAP. So that I can forget about them for the rest of the patch. And also because I'm sure they're going to do some amount of damage. I don't really... We're here looking for the poison dart frogs. Worth it to do a delve more than once a day per week. It depends on what you want. In theory, it's good to do, to spend your keys on bountiful delves, 8+ every week. And if you have it progressed far enough where you're getting myth crest from 11s, you want to do your, however many you want to do with that, 4 of them or so on an 11. Spending your keys on 8s every week, I feel like, will get you almost everything that you could possibly want. Especially if you use your map. But that comes out to 6 delves a week. You don't really need more than that. Maybe more later on. Oh, hey, I found froggies. How do I tell what pets drops I haven't got from the rares again? Pet drops. Collecting add-on might help. You can look for gaps in your collection using all the things, or you could browse your pet collection on Simple Armory. I like doing that because it's nice and organized. The only pet that comes to mind that drops off rares is Princess Bloodshed, but I'm sure there must be more. Still don't have item level to LFR, the newest raid. Oh no! Oh, mounts. For that, I like to... I'll show you in just a second here. I like to open up my mount journal and search the phrase... Let's see, what do they call it? Rare creatures. You search the phrase rare creatures, it'll give you the list of the midnight ones. They all have that common tag. And you can see which ones you do and which ones you don't have. No problem. I don't have either of the new ones yet. We'll get there eventually. Just type it in rare. Yeah. There might be another way to do it, but that way it's been working for me. Do we see any traps or anything? What else do I want to do? Treasures, maybe? Those will help. Yeah, hunt progress. I have a Google Doc of add-ons there. If you're looking for something specific, we might be able to help you out, though, if you describe it. I need to go back and prune that add-on list. It's showing some add-ons I don't have anymore, because I got rid of a few. Oh, right, traps. I kind of forgot that I was in Nightmare Bright. It's like, what? Ah, this mob's got really, like, a lot of mechanics. Still watching to see if I see it again. Okay. What am I doing? I'm trying to complete my prey hunt. Treasures and rares seems like as good a way as any. What's that? Haunted brazier. That has to do with something that I learned about last week and then forgot about. Might be roll call related. Mount Journal Enhanced. Definitely going to check that out. I have too many mounts to remember the names of them. Thank you for the spreadsheet. Of course. I love... My favorite Mount Journal Enhanced feature is the ability to filter mounts by color. You can click on the color... You can click a color on a color wheel. So if you're making like a green Mog, you want to see all the green mounts, you can kind of drag around there. And it'll show you mounts that feature that color. More or less. There was an ambush. I didn't know if I saw where it got to. I wasn't looking somewhere. Normally I like to find them in Riposte. Might have missed it though. Oh, hey. Oh! Oh, 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 oh! Haha! Cool how you can know how rare a mount is by the color of the name. Yeah, love that. I tend to use that, maybe it's toxic of me, I tend to use that to pick which mounts I want to ride, because I want to ride the mounts that the least amount of other people have, and I can have my Mount Journal Enhanced filter those right to the top. So if I want a mount that's going to be not super popular, that reminds me, I usually sort like that. I like to sort by rarity. You can sort by all kinds of different things. You can sort by rarity, and it's going to show me... Can you sort the other way? Weird. Oh, I'm not scrolled. Sort by. Reverse sort. There we go. That's better. That's better. There's my rarest mounts. Another one of those settings that I lost when I reset everything. I wanted to love Fitter. We had the Fitter dev in here earlier. I mentioned I was having some issues with the mount macro. So they're going to look into it. I did, I removed mine though. I might try it out again at a later date. I really liked picking out mounts and pets and everything to go with each Mog. Got to 269 mounts today. Oh, congratulations. Something happened. I guess we found a rare. Yeah, we found a rare. That's what happened. Can't quite pinpoint what I want from it though. Might just be not for me. I liked it lots, but I have very low patience for a mount summon button not summoning a mount the moment I need it. I'm too, if I'm hitting the mount button, it's because I want to go somewhere. I don't have an awful lot of time to troubleshoot it. Mine reset Tuesday, had to reload stuff. Yeah. I decided I'll just leave it for now. Less add-ons seems better for me for the moment, especially as I'm rebuilding all my settings. Plater's the only one I really need to fix, and it's looking pretty good. I managed to get my Plater profile. I had to change a couple settings. It kept enabling my friendly nameplates in dungeons, and I kept turning them off, and I kept turning them back on again until I realized that's a thing a Plater can do. And I went back and stopped it from doing that, because I don't want friendly nameplates in dungeons. They were also like this big. And then my scale was wonky, but I just fiddled with it until it looked better. I don't know why it was so wonky. No matter how cool an add-on is, if it causes problems, gotta go. Okay. Still revealing prey, nearly there. I don't really want spawn points on my map for respawnable treasures that may or may not be there. I might need to figure out which add-on is doing that and stop it. Things I must have messed with a long time ago, because that's like a lot of map clutter. Is it midnight treasures and rares? Honestly, I can probably turn that off for now. Handy notes. Let's just kill handy notes for the moment. I can always turn it back on later. I know rare scanner can do it too. And I thought I'd turn treasures off in rare scanner. Nightmare Prey doesn't feel so threatening after they nerfed the traps. Just got the roll column out. Ooh, congratulations. Very nice. No, it's still there. Must be rare scanner. General display. I don't want a button for treasure chests. I do not want... There might be a better way to do this. It's not searching for treasures and chests. It's not showing the button for treasures and chests. I mean, I can just filter them all. All containers. Oh, here we go. Containers. There we go. That's the filter I'm looking for. Much better. Am I revealing my prey yet? Holy smokes. So people do roll call it groups, huh? Kind of curious. Five-man group to get quest credit. I have the 100 summons. Small donations, please don't do 50s. Oh, there's like a big group. Beat me up and rob me RP. I'll be walking, just minding my business. Come up to me, start the RP. The better thief you are, and the scareder I feel, the more gold I'll agree to give you when you rob me. Love that. Hope they find who they're looking for. They already have 2 people in the group, so maybe they're being robbed as we speak. Based on the spelling, I'm assuming that's like a kid. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. Is the roll call brazier always here? Declined. Or do I might it be a different one? Oh, there's 3 spots. Oh, okay. Boo. It's a thing for everyone in this game, I swear. Moves, boo. I only kind of wanted to do it on like a whim. I don't have to do roll caller right now. We'll worry about that later. I'm getting distracted anyway. Go check for any rares, any treasures, anything that's gonna finish my prey hunt. Oh, there's a treasure. Somewhere. You should totally sign up. The thought crossed my mind of what if we do this, and then I thought, could I do this? And the answer is no. I just don't have it in me. Yeah, I can do world quests. I did a lot of world quests before, in this zone, before I ever picked up the prey, because I was just kind of farming gold, and a lot of them were for gold. So I don't have many of them left. I might just get ambushed randomly here. I was just going to loot a treasure. Treasures and rares and world quests, all good. Normally this isn't an issue. There we go. There we go. Let's go fight him. Crystal burns so far away. Be sure to only donate one. People get mad if you fill it before everyone else can get there. Fair, yeah. I mean, works for me. I don't want to spend all my skulls. What if I need them? I'm trying to let go of the fact that I didn't get anything from my time walking caches. I'm just delusional. I'm so delusional. I hear, oh, you can get tier from this box, and I'm like, I gotta do it. And then of course it doesn't mean you're gonna get tier from the box. I just need to let go of that. Oh. Alright, we're doing this. We're gonna maximize our chances at replacing the neck before raid. Doesn't mean we're gonna do it, but we're gonna try. And I need to remember, it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. Apparently whether or not I get a neck is really not up to me. Unless I craft one. Hold a grudge against RNG for that kind of stuff. It's just such a silly thing to resent because it doesn't know you, it doesn't have feelings, it doesn't matter. My pesky human resentment means nothing to the greater whims of the universe, and I would do well to let go of them. Okay, so we did the prey. It took me 16 minutes, which is kind of crazy. Don't blab on me with that. We don't need to know that. Feels personal. Alright, let's do 2 more hunts. Oh, we'll open this box. There's a champion belt. Not good. We get 1 more champion piece just from Nightmare Prey. So we'll go do another Nightmare Prey in a different zone, and maybe we'll get a neck from that. Could happen, I think. Got tier hands. Got those same hands from First Vault. This one, at least I can DE for a shard. It's not a time walking piece that I don't want to DE, so that's something. 500 gold-ish? What are we saying? Yeah, crit verse. We don't like verse. Alright. I need like a lot more of this red currency to buy everything, I think. I did do last boss Old War for a heroic piece. I got a piece of garbage and I'm definitely over it. It's totally fine. It's chill. We're chill about it. Can't have anything there. I don't really want these. They're cheap though. Other than tanks, does anyone like verse? Someone must. It's good if you do a lot of solo content where you're tanking stuff because it's going to reduce the damage you're taking as well. Let's pick up our next prey, and I'm also want to turn in this weekly, the Void Whisper weekly. So I'm going to grab Nightmare in Eversong because I like Eversong Woods. It's a nice place to hang out. Really need the salty title so I can be named appropriately. Oh, it's excellent. It's good stuff. Alright. Maybe I should put on my salty title. There's an Apex Cache. I would take a veteran neck. I genuinely would. That's a cloak. That's different. Okay. Let's go do that Nightmare Prey. It'll be faster this time. We'll get another champion piece from this, and then we're going to get more when we start doing other stuff. Let's do this world quest, because it's going to give us some lovely marl. We always like that. Hero neck from Ulatek from Vaultsuck. Feel kind of good. I could have taken a neck from Vault, and I was tempted to, but it had terrible stats. And I really don't want to be taking replaceable pieces from Vault. I would rather take a bonus roll than a replaceable piece. Or a piece that I know I'm going to replace, like, pretty quickly. I don't want to craft a net because it's not an embellish slot for me, and I want to use my first 2 crafts for embellishes. Although I guess we're getting close to having enough sparks to make a 3rd thing. No point neck a ring with terrible stats, right? Probably wouldn't have even simmed better. Alright. Hunt progress and a little bit of marl. Love that. What else we got? Sure. See number go big and I click. Now that I'm DPSing, I have to do distasteful things like simming. Man, when I healed, I just looked at a trinket bis list and called it a day. I was so lazy. I don't know, it's healing, it's fine. You're gonna parse no matter what. For DPS, I actually need to try and stuff and have computers do math for me because we think I'm gonna do math. You think wrong. Don't even know what stats boomkins need. You gotta get on my level where you write down. Whoa, hang on. Whoa, hang on. You gotta get on the level. Traps, you're interfering with my mojo. Where you write down your your stat priority on your desk. Also, me reminding myself that raid bots is where I sim. That's the ticket. That's how you learn your stat prio. You get yourself a post-it note, and you put it in meat space. There is, obviously my best trinkets are from the last 2 bosses of raid. There's a decent one in Blinding Veil, I think. From Leak It? Is that his name? It's either Blinding Veil or My Sorrow, one of those dungeons. And it's not like an S tier trinket. It's not like a long-term trinket, but it might take me a long time to get my long-term trinket. So there's part of me that's wondering if I am deranged enough to try to specifically seek it out and pug it and just spam that key. I don't even know if I can get into pugs though. Flabby was saying that he was having a hard time getting accepted to stuff, and he's Flabby, so. Although I am a meta spec for the moment. I've got that going for me. If there's green numbers, I'm clicking need. You don't like keeping 5 tabs open related to your spec at all times? I've been genuinely rating and doing keys with my rotation open on a second monitor, and I look at it in between pulls to remind myself of what I'm attempting to do. I'm only just now starting to memorize it, and it's still not muscle memory yet. It's just thinking memory. I am not a fast learner. But that's okay. No one said I had to be. Not required. I'm gonna trap you. And I'm gonna watch where you go. Well, I was gonna. You just kind of vanished, so I guess we'll look around. I see it. I see it. How dare they decline the great Flabby? It's like the Wizard of Oz. The great and powerful. Do the same with my stats for characters, only I do it in talents. The new config just write things like tempo mastery, blah 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 for every character. I love a physical note. I don't remember to look at anything on my computer. That's all fine and good. Ooh, a gold world quest. Golden! Well, you're here today. Why, thank you. I took some time to actually heat style it and blow dry it out and straighten it all a couple days ago, or the other day. Yesterday? Recently. I figured I may as well unleash at least half of it from its prison while it's been burned into submission. Do the same with my stats for characters, only I do it in the talent. Oh, I read that one already, that's right. Let's jump over here. Lots of stuff's happening. That gave me some hunt progress. I could stand to put a little more dye in my hair. I'm letting my roots grow out, and I'm probably going to let them get like crazy long before I do anything about them. What if I just grow out my roots so far that they're no longer roots and it's now more of like a dip dye? And then I just wait until I can cut it all off and then do a fresh bleach on the rest of my head. And then do a different color. It'd be like a 2-year cycle. Ow! Because bleaching my roots sounds really annoying. Tip of the hair dyed. Always a cute look. Yeah. Got better legs from a time walking Eldora boss than any other source yet, with good secondaries. Nice. Nothing to shake a stick at. I'm always shaking sticks at stuff. My item level's doing okay. I feel like I'm still gonna feel a little underpowered at raid, but I'm just gonna practice and try to keep my spirits up and not worry about it too much. Ooh, Prey World Quest. Yeah, there's no other gold world quest that I would rather do, so we're good with that. I'm actually up a decent bit of gold. Lots of weekly caches in gold world quest today. I need all the raw gold I can get. I don't know if I know this quest. I want to loot this trap. I have been doing some Captain Taka quests. I have been— No! I wanted to loot it! It's fine. That was not a reasonable reaction. There's more. You don't even loot them all the time anyway. Oh, no, that works. That's all I need. Let's go fight the thing. It's like on my way when they dive bombed into it. Made up with class codex just for the reason that I love seeing how much I'm missing from my stat targets in a little bar. That is nice. I do like that. I don't need to stop for that rare. I really don't. To be fully maxed her up with him tomorrow. That's exciting. Nice. Yeah, I'm chipping away at it. I'm pretty early. I'm still 2 of 5. Had a friend at school, kept bleaching his hair bright white in the 80s, woke up one day, hair on the pillow, still bald now, 40 years later. I wonder if he damaged his scalp. You can chemical burn your head pretty easy if you're not careful. It's pretty harsh stuff. Alright, so we're gonna get a box with a champion piece, and we're really hoping for a neck. Dun 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 dun. Drum roll. Dun. What is it? It's a trinket. It's a haste trinket. We got an achievement called Scales for Days. What is that for? I don't know. Beating some dude. Let me look up this trinket. Let's look for Liquid Armory. That's how I've been checking my trinkets these days. That's what people told me is the thing to do. And we're gonna go to Trinket Tracker. Arms Warrior. And what was it called? It was called a Spirit Rending Poison? Control F. Spirit. Not Sprite. Spirit. Oh, that's right! I forgot! I don't know. That was one I looked up last time was the Bone Whistle. There's the Spirit Rending Poison. We found it. That's right. That's your Pookie Bear. It's Pookie terrible. I'm sorry. It's really, really bad. There's the Guillotine Technique. That's from, I don't know, late. These two. Olatech and then Coiled Altar. This one would also be fine. This is the one. Zeke It. Sapling of the Dawn Root. That's a good trinket. That's up there. It's not this good, but it's better than the rest of it. So I could try to grind for that one if I did, yeah. Pookie Bear won me Aztec, so I'm never talking trash about him. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that this is garbage, and we can disenchant it. Look at all these shards we're getting today. We're so blessed. We're not going to get a champion piece from the next hunt, but we will get a map that we can use to get a hero piece. Also, it's always good to get some, why don't we go do it in, like, Herondar or something? I never go to Herondar anymore. Some Prey weekly progress. I'm sure we'll want to unlock that for something. My DPS Valera 65. She just did 600k DPS in a Delve 11 boss. Deleted him in under 5 seconds. Is that normal? I don't know. It sounds awesome. It sounds highly convenient. Liquid Armory is how I was checking trinket rankings. Sure, there's lots of places to do it, and bet Blood Mallet still works, but Liquid Armory was the one I'm using. People told me about it. I'd say it's been working fine. I'm trusting it anyway. Which dungeon is that has Zeke It in it? I'm gonna have to look. It's either Blinding Veil or Mysara. I think it's Blinding Veil. Yeah, it's the last. Yeah, so Blinding Veil I need for specifically the Sapling of the Dawn Root trinket. Which is luckily a proc. It's not an unused. We like that. It's not my best trinket, but my best trinkets are so annoying to get that I think I might. It might do me some good to try to get the sapling. Yeah. They don't have healing trinkets. I used to use questionably epic for healing trinkets. I haven't been healing this season, but that's where I used to go. Questionably epic. They had great healing trinket stuff. That was my best trinket. Something from Coiled Altar, and then the Ulatech one is my next best one. I kind of forget their names. I was just looking at them. I'm gonna use my last trap. I should probably save my traps. If I'm not getting more of them, I should probably save them and bust them out when I am, like... Okay, so he's going that way. In danger. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. I just want to loot those things. Easy to get me to trust information on a website as long as it doesn't have crazy explosions and effects and AI graphics everywhere. I'm like, yeah, okay. Sure. This looks fine. I'm just gonna trust you guys did the math. Have a great rest of the stream. Lunch is over. Back to work. Have a great day at work. See you at Raid. Thanks for your raid guides. Very helpful. Thank you, Ego. What a name. Holy moly. Appreciate it. Okay, so for the actual quest, we want to do these. Any traps that I can get would be lovely. Oh, careful. I almost did that thing that I was laughing at somebody else for doing. Karma almost came for me. Make a website. All Comic Sans text showcasing spirit renting poison. Would it kill them to make the Delve trinkets at least mid? I know drum is fine. Some of them are better than others. Can I have it? No, you can have it. That's fine. Treasure over here. And then the thing we click on over there. Out of traps, so I'm gonna have to fight the next ambush the old-fashioned way. Can I do this thing? Is this a good idea? Do I have enough stacks? Oh, I can't even click on it anyway. One more bloom. Presumably down this end? No, I'm flying over it. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Okay. Okay. Hazel, were you saying partners in enhancement shaman main is always stuck to that spec in class? Yep. Envy people who can bounce between classes so often I struggle to find a main. If it makes you feel any better. Actually, no, never mind. That's not going to make you feel better. Yeah, he's been enhanced for a very long time. He's very good at it. I have never played through a patch. I've played through lots of patches where enhance is good, lots through where it's medium, many where it's awful, and I have never seen Flabby lose on meters. It doesn't matter what the patch is and what the meta is doing. Flabby is going to smoke everybody. He was, regardless of what's going on, he is always the best PI target. It's just one of those things. It's the kind of thing I would aspire to, except that every time I find out how he does it, the answer is a bunch of annoying garbage that I don't want to do. Whenever I'm like, what's his secret? He'll tell me his secret, and I'll be like, oh, you're right, that's annoying, and I don't wanna. He's always doing some garbage that's, like, really irritating to get, like, a tiny, tiny boost in DPS or, like, possibility, but it always adds up. Did I do my quest? I did. There's a world quest over here. Who's providing the PIs now? Not me. We have another priest. Flabby's gonna flab. I'm bringing the battle shout though. I wasn't sure if there were going to be other warriors this tier, and it seems like it's mostly me. So I'm glad that they at least need me to provide the buff that I'm providing. Which I was surprised because the, you know, Arms is having a hot season. I'm sure there will be nerfs if there haven't been already, but I'm just gonna stick to it anyway. Oh, is this another one of the same type of quest? I hope not. No, because this is a regular world quest. This is standard issue. Regular mobs die so fast now that I've been doing dungeons and getting gear and practicing and stuff. I wonder if I could probably send hero crest now. Now that I know that I'm going to use my myth crest for sure for crafting, I'm sitting on 140 hero crests that I could probably spend. The longer I wait though, the more I save by getting upgrades in those slots, you know? Do I take my tier piece even though it's a downgrade? From Vault? Maybe. Maybe, especially if it's going to help you get a tier set online, like your 4 set. Because as soon as you get your 4 set, you can then start to get charges, catalyst charges to drop that will let you then catalyze a better piece. Long term, you are probably going to want to catalyze all of your tier because catalyze now lets you select for stats. Items retain their stats and cantrip effects when catalyzed, so long term, you're probably going to catalyze all of them so you can get them in BIS stats if that's the kind of thing that you work on. But short term, you just want to get your tier through any means necessary to get 4 set. Which is fat talk coming from me with 0 set, but what are you going to do? This is a quest where we find out she has a pet rock. Herald. Okay. And then it's time for prey. 6 hero rolls, 1 champion, and it's a champion piece, yeah. That's how it goes. I have Void Curse. Okay, so this sack is not going to give me any gear because we've already got our 2 gear pieces, but we have now completed. Corrosive Soul. We've completed thingy. Oh, that reminds me, I need to spend my Corrosive Soul. I need to get a power. I haven't done that yet. I gotta just look up what the best one is. I was just mad at it last week. Got a 4-piece set, got better item level gear pieces. Time to try to get a new, better 4-piece set. Congrats. Happy for you. Nice. Okay, we got our flute. And I can now go do a delve. Let's go do a delve. We'll do an 8. Can't think of a good reason to do an 11 yet. I'm still not progressed enough to get Myth Crest from there. And also, honestly, I'm capping my Myth Crest right now anyway. Nope, not that. Heavens to Betsy, there's a lot of stuff on my map. I was just looking for my journeys. There we go. Yeah, I'm only 2 of 10, so it's not until 4 that you get the Gilded Stash in 11s. So I think we do 8s. Zenit egg my inventory for 4 days and it still says 7 days. It'll probably hatch on day 7 even if it doesn't say so. There was a different egg that was behaving that way. I think they just broke those. Haven't played since the beginning of the World Within. War Within. How does the game feel? Do you feel pressured to do tons of different things? There are definitely tons of different things to do. I am increasingly discovering that the pressure comes from within the house and you can just not do any variety of things. You may or may not be like optimal, you may be giving up a little DPS, but it's not worth sanity to try to do everything because the game's just too big for that. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of picking and choosing one goal at a time. First time I don't feel pressure in ages. Haven't logged on since the hide and seek minigame. Alright, what bountifuls we got? We got Parhelion, Shadowguard Point, Gnarldor, and Grudge Pit. Ooh, love me Grudge Pit. Let's do Grudge Pit. I might end up doing more, but I want to start in Grudge Pit because it's fun. And we'll use the map and get a hero piece. If you ignore all the boring stuff you don't want to do, Midnight's a banger. The best thing I can do for my own sanity, and I don't always remember to do this, is just to pick one thing at a time and not worry about doing it perfectly and just kind of chip away at one thing at a time. And the game's super fun if you do that. If you're worried about all the other things that you could be doing more optimally or that you should be layering with it, then yes, your brain is going to explode. It's too hard to keep track of everything, IMO. This game's just too big. Once I let go of FOMO, enjoy things better. Yeah. My pet peeve, which is really ironic coming from a YouTuber who occasionally, like, many of us makes use of FOMO titles, like, do this before it's gone. Highly ironically, one of my pet peeves is when people try to share their FOMO with you, being like, aren't you gonna do this before it goes away, or you should do this now while it's this way, and it's like, those are good tips, and it's good to share them. But if I've already decided not to chase a FOMO, people trying to have contagious FOMO drive me up a wall. Makes me batty. Very funny coming from me. Very rich. Don't have a leg to stand on at all. Okay, we're gonna do the 8, just to make it faster. Look at all those keys. I must have gotten key shards already. I'm just gonna leave Valera doing whatever she's doing. I'll eat a food, why not? Yeah, and most people, you're never gonna have to justify the way you're playing to anybody. The only reason it comes up for me even a little bit is just because people are curious what I'm doing because I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, no one would notice or care if I did X before Z or if I never chased Y mount. Literally nobody cares but you. And even in stream, people don't actually care. They're just making conversation. They're just being polite. We're just being friendly and hanging out. I should probably do a big pull, huh? Maybe when my avatar comes up next time. I forgot that I should be doing things like AoE. Although if I tried to AoE this, I might have died. This thing's kind of eating me. Ah, it was a Nemesis pack. That's fine. Okay. Valera, I was trying to gather them up. I'm the only real person in this delve, and I still can't gather up a giant pack of stuff to cleave. Have you seen? I have not yet seen September Trading Post. I want to look at it. I forgot before I started this delve. After the delve, I will pull that up and look at it. I do want to see it. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing is for my birthday, so hopefully they've got good stuff. Hi, y'all. Have the RNG gods been good to you? Not me. Not I, said the cat. But, I'm gonna keep pulling that lever. Keep spinning that wheel. My birthday's in September, too. The lucky people are off enjoying their loot and not hanging out in chat. They're busy spinning their way through heroic Ulatech and 12 keys. We actually did do a 12 key. It was fine. It was, we timed a murder row. We had time to spare. Not a problem. We can probably push higher than that. The quest for fishing requires a kill on each Curse Surge boss. Oh no. This may be my hard no. They found your boundaries. Keys at 13 rest right now. I mean, you can always drop it to spam 10s. We've been doing a lot of that. Like, we've been plus 2ing 10s and then dropping them back to 10s or like 11s. But it's getting to a point where we can, if we can do 11s or 12s just as easily as 10s, we may as well get some score. Oh, my Valera hit level 61. There she goes. That counts. That helps. Really neat 3K mounted chase. I betcha we're gonna go for 3,400 again, and we'll probably get 3K as a matter of course. I think I'm already almost 27. Ooh. We did a lot of keys last week. One of our guild tanks did 130 keys last week. I did not do 130 keys. I did do a lot of them though, up to 2697. Are they okay? I think they had a lot of fun. Have you seen the Corrosive Soul? Briefly, yeah. I need to go back and actually spend some of them. I wonder how many keys I did last week. Do you think Raider.io could tell me? Raider.io. I remember I tried to look up my Midnight Season 1 recap and it wanted my authenticator and I was too lazy to get up and get my phone, so I just didn't read it. Let's look for Crinkle. From Lightbringer. Every 90 can buy 6 for Marl. Interesting. I don't really want to use... I know a lot of people have different techniques for using alts. People were talking about using like alts to do world bosses for progress and stuff. I don't really want to cheese anything about the vaults or with alts. I don't want to alt the vaults. I don't want to level up or take a single alt out there. I just kind of don't feel like it. I know that I might be really shooting myself in the foot by doing that, but that's just where I'm at. I want to have my one character, and I want to really play the hell out of her. Ah! No? Okay. Oh, I was afraid they were going to actually kick me out of the delve. That was scary. 10 Marl. Yeah, but like again, alts. I don't want to use alts to get current season benefit. I understand that it's irrational. I don't even want to take my main to the vaults. I want to be a one character girly for this patch. Okay. How are we doing? We killed all Nemesis packs. That's good. I always want one character, but I change it every month. I asked myself if I was willing to level the delve track with my alts to get hero gear in my main, decided it was not worth. Better enjoy my time. Yeah. I think that playing the game fully optimally for player power would make anybody a little bit cracked. Somebody probably does that and has a lot of fun and really enjoys it, and they probably do crazy damage, but I don't know. I don't want to play that much. I already feel like I play a lot. I play 3 hours a day, 5 days a week on stream. I've got a 6 hours worth of raid night outside of that, and I occasionally log on to do, like lately I've been logging on to do a bunch of keys and stuff. That feels like lots. That feels like plenty. Oh yeah, I was looking up my, oh holy Jesus ads. I was looking at my dungeons, Mythic Plus progression. I wanted to see how many keys I did last week. So, a total of... I guess I can add them up, can I? Entire season. Hang on. Maybe I should finish my delve before I start, like, browsing Raider.io to see what I did last week. If mounts were available in the Great Vault, like the Ultra Fangs one, would you take it or would you prefer if it was kept to gear only? Oh, gear only for sure. Mounts have no place in the vault. That's not what it's for. I'm really sick of them twisting systems to do things that they were not. I like a system to do its job. I don't want it to branch out. I want it to stay in its lane. I don't want mounts from vault. There's so many other things that we do for that. Exploded. What do you mean exploded? Leveled up my Valor to 65 before reset. Is the grinding method still available? I heard it was nerfed. That's the word on the street. I heard it doesn't work anymore. Or it only works up to level 60, maybe. Which is the same thing. Nerfed. Oh, they reverted it? Who can keep up? People got mad. Wasn't intended. Was it not intended or was it not intended? Not that it matters. It's just funny. Comes to the same thing. It was a bug. Not intended. Wink. Blizzard. Not everything's about you. Sometimes stuff just breaks. Only problem with the one character philosophy is I finally got tired of my priest and mage, so I'm now leveling a benevolent flower druid. That's nice. No, I didn't do the double question mark delve. I wasn't really worried about doing it in time, and I was very bad at it. I pulled it a couple times and then decided it wasn't going to happen. I didn't even have the poison thing because I got too overwhelmed with the vaults to spend my corrosive souls. Had some fun. Gear was kind of meh. Yeah. I did the first question mark difficulty. That was good enough for me. Did the cheese grind to 70 to see if it was enough to keep me alive during the delve boss? Nope. I'll do delve boss later in the season. And I'm sure it'll still drive me crazy then, because I'm still going to have to do the memory game, and I'm still going to refuse to use an add-on. Blair was level 56, now it's at level 300. Refuse the add-on spiritual caveman hit big snake till dead. I have this creature inside of me that is like such a get off my lawn cranky old cantankerous old man that's like, what do you need an add-on? You just use your brain. And then I use my brain and my brain falls short. But like, that just refuses to use tools like that because I feel like I shouldn't need to, and I resent them for some reason. Like it's just a flaw in my personality, but like I was the same way with Lura. We never got a Lura add-on working, and it wasn't that. There's lots of raid fights that had add-ons that I found to be really unnecessary. So I'm turning into the back in my day we used to calculate change. I don't know why this is turning into share. We didn't have a calculator in our pocket. Terrible share. Also, virulent mucus genuinely saved my life. I excuse you. Gesundheit. You said what now? What am I doing? I need to put Rend up. Oh no, Ren's up. Lovely. No, I forgot to use my map. I forgot to use my flute to summon the guy to give me a map to use a map. I gotta do another delve. That's okay, I've got time. I need to do another delve anyway. We are hoping for a neck from this purple chest. I'll loot it last. That's funny. What did I get? I got some veteran BOE shoulders for the bank, and I got a Crusader's Keepsake Champion trinket. Let me see if it's better than my fiber. Let me go back to Liquid Armory. Trinket tracker. What did I say it was? Crusader's Keepsake. It is very minutely worse than my Fiber of Living Agony. Very, very minutely worse. I also wanted to look at my Raider IO to find out what I did last week. Show all my runs. Entire season. I don't really know how to use this website. I guess if I add up these, I did 18 10s and then another 5 5+, so 23, 24, 25 keys last week? Because last week was the first week of keys, right? I think. No 130. Okay, I gotta do another delve. Son of a gun. Let's do Gnarldor. As a healer, as long as I don't get hit once, I can soak up 5 of the Simon Says. Oh, gives you 5 immunities against attacks. Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's going to be good for Journey. We'll turn that in a little bit. Let's go do Coiled Isle. Don't get what the dun-dun thing is. I haven't unlocked it yet. I don't know what it is either. People were talking about finding dun-dun. Missing exactly one lore object from one of the early Herondar Legend weeklies. Not impressed. Oh, right! Trading post! Trading post! Right. Let's look. Maybe I'll like it. You never know. World of Warcraft. Set out with the Hearthkeeper's Wandering Caravan Mount. Oh, I thought that was going to be a shop mount. That's nice. Bring a little extra comfort on every journey with the Hearthkeeper's Wandering Caravan ground mount. Oh, hang on. This isn't Trading Post. This is a shop mount. Boo. Hiss. Is this the Trading Post one? No, that's more shop monk. Boo, hiss. Where's the Trading Post? There it is. Boo, hiss, tomato, tomato. Friendship takes center stage at the Trading Post this September. At first I'm like, wow, they're giving a mount with repairs out on the Trading Post. That's great of them. As Azeroth celebrates BlizzCon. Ride into your adventures with chameleon-like grace on the crested ember leaf mimic mount. It's very tangled. Visit special outland vendors in Dornigal and special outlet vendors with discounted returning items. Okay, so it's going to be a discounts and returning items kind of month. Gotta get those Miss Frizzle mogs going. Okay. Oh, love that. Love. Yeah. I think I have that one already, actually. Yeah, I like the leaf mix. I might get both of them. I might just get one of them. We'll see. They've also got a cinder-plumed Highland Griffin and an ornery Breeze Strider. Breeze Strider is like Talbot. Griffin is crazy looking. Might be returning. Armor. Sweatsuits, garb, weapons. Okay, so the Fill the Bar reward is a leaf mimic, and then there's 2 more colors on the vendor. Outlet has things like monthly bonus items, which I won't need because I've done them all. Pets, mounts, toys. Love the beach chair. Might have it already. I could pretty easily spend some tender and get some like catch-up mounts. They still want a lot of tender for them. Are these not supposed to be discounted? Maybe they are discounted. Maybe they cost more than 500 tender last time. Well, we'll do some shopping. Maybe I'll spend some tender. Maybe not. We'll see. I like the leaf mimics. I'm happy for that reason. I like the leaf mimics, and I want at least one, and then maybe some extras. Okay, this time, when I get halfway through the delve, I'm going to use my flute, fight the guy, and then get a map, use the map, loot the chest at the end. I'm going to remember. Manifesting. I'm going to remember. Okay. Use a great mount. Can the September trading post come out 5 days early? It's funny that they post it so early this month. Sometimes they post it like the day before. Like the lizard still ground mounts. They don't fly at all? If I could give you the flutes I get, I never use them. Normally I end up with a bunch of extras late season, but early season I'm doing the Prey Weekly to get them. And use them on my main. But I have a flute this time, so we'll do that. Get our power from this up early. Get the map from the vault, so they're pretty useless after. Sometimes I just get the thing to, like, it just spawns in. You don't even need to use the thing. Alright. Poison my blood. Yes, please. Thank you. Just what I always wanted. Oh. Sure, give me those two. Ah, maybe not. They're, that's a Nemesis pack. Probably. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can handle it. Big Huber's talking. It'll be fine. Funny how the time walking raid easier than raid finder gives better loot. Yeah. It's been like that for a long time. I appreciate that they don't make the time walking raid hard because people would still feel the need to do it anyway, and it would just be really obnoxious. If you're gonna have a time walking raid, I think it kind of needs to be a pushover. No one wants to relearn mechanics and reprogress a raid for 1 week only from a million years ago. If we wanted that, it would be in Classic. But yeah, it is kind of funny. LFR is also, like, sometimes, and in some ways, the hardest tier of raid to do. Time to fight a world boss worse than Heroic Altar? My bags. Give in to the voice that just says delete it all. It's me, I'm the voice. I sleep like a baby after deleting everything out of my bags because I know that even if something comes up where I needed that thing I got rid of, I'm not going to remember that I had it. It's gone from my brain the moment it's gone from my bags. So it's... I'm just going to be like, oh wow, I guess I need one of these things. I will never even remember that I had one in the first place. Won't even occur to me. Then I'd have no upgrades. Well, what are you doing carrying around your upgrades for? You gotta equip them. Unless you have multiple gear sets, in which case I pity you. I used to do that. It's one of the reasons why I'm only playing one spec, is I don't want to bother with more than one gear set. I have one stat priority, one bis set, and I'm sticking with it. I'm not carrying around any extra stuff. Time walking cash can drop tier tokens. Doesn't mean it's gonna, but it can. In theory. Carrying things waiting to finally get tiers so I know what to toss. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that does sound annoying. Tier will come for us, I believe. That's what my BF says every time he goes to kill a rare. I heard these things drop mounts. They could. You never know. Okay, so that's Nemesis pack. I need a one-piece bonus. One-piece bonus. She's getting lots of experience now. Which we appreciate. Also, I'm gonna remember, I must be halfway in by now. Right. I'm gonna remember to use my flute. Here, let's see if I can use it now. What? Alright, where's the thing in this place? I think I'm almost there. It's like, yeah, it's literally top of the stairs. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna use the flute. Also, curio. Imagine that. I'm dancing. No, because we're not going to get to Heroic Coiled Altar this week, unless something shocking happens. I took Myth Gloves with Bis stats that are not tier, but catalyzable, obviously. If I thought we were going to get to Heroic Coiled Altar and Ulatech this week, I would have taken a bonus roll. I would be surprised, though. Yeah, it's not a bad pickup. It sucks when I have 0-piece tier, but it's probably for the best, because it's something I can use long term. I just want my tier set bonus and maybe some nice trinkets. I would be more zen about it if I didn't feel like everybody else was getting gear faster than me, and I'm going to just look worse and worse by comparison. By the time I finally get all the gear, no one's going to care anymore because it'll be too late. It's not true, but that's what the anxiety voice is saying. Okay, I'm using the map. I got the map. I used the map. We are good to now finish the delve so that I can loot my hero piece and maybe get a neck. We don't know. It could happen. What if they reach Heroic Altar because of you? Technically possible. I've heard Heroic is a pretty juicy raid, though. Okay, so what do? We have Shellfire Throwers and a Frontal Cone. We have Shell Shock. We have Turtle Annihilation. Oh, I know this one. It's like Bladestorm. And then, of course, some kind of a shield. Did Paul plus 10, 11 still go into last season gear except for crafted weapons? All last season gear except for crafted weapons? Not a single piece? Oh my word. You gotta at least get in like an armor stack or something. Holy moly, that sucks. Gonna mention Wrath Time Walking Vendor sells spice bags. Each one gives Epicurean awards. Oh, got a trinket and a neck. Oh, there you go. That's something. That's still though. I did 25 keys last week, and I'm still wearing a last season neck. But maybe tonight everything's gonna change. Could happen. 25. I think that's the number we came up with, wasn't it? Y'all are going hard. That's the byproduct of my don't say no policy. Lots of people just want to do keys. People are enjoying them. They're fired up. We're getting upgrades. We're pushing score. It's like super fun right now. My guild tends to go very hard in the first couple of weeks and then fall off pretty drastically once we hit our goals. But it's great because it's going to help us progress. Like the more keys we do and the more gear we get everybody, the easier raid nights will be. There we go. Do I get to do this on my turtle too? Probably not. It's like almost 10 more than one. Alright. Are you eating snakes? It's not very nice. Is that how we started the fight? Yeah. Oh! I mean, if you leave this guy in the Coiled Isle for long enough, I don't think you're gonna have a snake problem anymore. He's hungry. Wonder if snakes are even tasty. I don't think that I would eat them just on account of being pescatarian. I guess you can make an argument for water snakes, but I imagine not awful though. Assuming they're not live anyway. It just sounds mean. Speaking their language, there we go. Delve story. Alright, so we're gonna get a champion piece and a hero piece, and we are really hoping that any of them procs a neck. Literally any of them. One neck, please. Not looking for bracers and boots. I'm about to craft those slots today. Headpiece in the sets looks a bit funny. Yeah, I refuse to look at them any closer. Oh, I got a corroded Patagia. It's a transmog. It's the wings. Timmy, thank you very much for the gift sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looting everything else first. And then we're going to loot the champion chest, and then we're going to loot the... Oh, I got another cosmetic. That's a mask. Don't mind if I do. If you complete the Delver's Journey, you get the Snake Eater title. Okay, so we're opening the Bountiful. This is the champion piece. Shoulders. Let's open the hero piece. Oh, we got a hero neck with stats. Yes! Perfect stats, hero neck. I'm upgrading from a 276 to a 305 hero neck. Crit haste, which are my perfect secondaries. Hallelujah. Holy moly. Alright, let's see what that does. It's 303 up to 305. 2 item levels in one piece. Love to see it. What are these called? They're called Flawless Quick Garnets. Ho 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 ho. Big. Let's go. I started to think it couldn't happen because I was getting so unlucky on everything else. Love to see that. Actually, no. Take me to Argentina. Ready for LFR? Last 5 minutes too, right? See, I knew it was worth doing Dells this week. I'm disenchanting this old one. I want it gone. Oh, I need to actually check and see Indecipherable Eversung Diamond. I think that's what I want to get for my new one. I wish I could pop it out. That would be nice. I need to get a gem for my new neck. That helps. Now I have all current season gear. I'm no longer wearing any of last season's gear. Finally got a tier token at 4 set now. Oh, congratulations. Gotta feel good. How does it feel? I'm gonna turn in my thingy as well. Indecipherable Eversung Diamond. That's what I want. Yeah, not too bad. Huge upgrade. Also a couple curios, not bad. Hungarian banner, sure. Oh yeah, I can disenchant the these champion shoulders. And those are for Vol. That one can be DE'd. And lots of loot to shard anyway. Effigy. Effigy. What is that from? Where did I get a champion effigy from? Hang on. I mean, it's not good, but it's better than my fiber. Genuinely no idea where it came from. I feel like I was checking all of the drops I got from like the different caches and stuff that I did today. I do not remember getting a champion. Oh, it's a Coiled Isle item. Oh. Okay. I mean, it's still better than my trinket. Yeah, it's still better than this, slightly. Sure, yeah, works for me. Does that mean I have to give to sub every time you need something now? Mm-hmm. I don't make the rules. That was good luck. How do tokens work? Only seen the gear pieces. Tokens. They usually turn into a gear piece. Unless you mean that there's a token at the end of raid that I think you should be able to trade to an NPC to get a piece of your choice. The last boss usually has, they call them Omni tokens because you can trade them for anything. Okay. Turn in this one. I feel like I didn't do much of the meta that I wanted to work on today, but I did get lots of stuff done. Some great... Oh, now I get the hide and seek thing. Okay, Treasure Hunter. Let's read it. A Shrine of Abundance now has a chance to manifest within a Bountiful Delve. You may acquire the Effigy of Dundun twice in Silverman City. Okay. Not you, but let me look and see if she has anything I need. I could trade undercoins for coffer key glue. I never did that. I could also trade undercoins for another colorway of this. Nah. Decor. Decor. Always decor. Bask in the glory of his abundance. Oh yeah, 10 moral. Briefly appear, granting you a new and more verdant appearance. Hmm? No, don't refund it. Also, yeah. That must be the catch-up thing. Or, it was for some reason or another. The reticule. Yeah. I feel like that was like a... it doesn't matter. But yeah, I can at least get it on my main. I don't really want to spend 5,000 moral for a mushroom. I have lots of moral though, actually. Let's get both of these. Now that we mention it. Looks like they fixed the issue. Nice. Okay. So I think we're looking good. I forgot what I was gonna do though. I mean, I know I'm wrapping up in a minute here. 82k moral, thought I was sitting pretty at 7. You know what it was? It was farming the midnight rare mounts. It was 50 moral per rare times however many rares that we killed in the weeks and weeks and weeks we were doing that. That's the only reason I have any moral. I do weeklies, but like on my main, not alts, and only sometimes. Now that I'm not doing that anymore, I don't think I'm gonna have as much. Although if I, I've got 2 more rare mounts to farm, so that's something. Tempted to spend hero crests to upgrade hero gear with good stats on it. Because I'm using my myth crest to craft anyway, so like... You know what I mean? My hero crests are just kind of like that crit... Well, it's not crit haste. These crit... Well, no, those are champion boots. Well, I don't know. like the neck, actually. The neck I could totally crank that with hero crest. I don't see why I shouldn't. I could take it up 16 item levels. It wouldn't give me any primary stat. If I do it, I'll get some actual strength if I upgrade an item with primary stat. I wonder if that's a better move for that reason. Oh, those are champion crests. I'm a little more shy on those. Yeah, I don't know. How many corrosive talents have you unlocked? None. Ooh. Not a one. I'm sure I have the souls for it, I just haven't done it. I'm still kind of like coming to terms with that system. For 11s to give you Myth Crest, you need Delve Journey rank 4. Gives you a Gilded Stash after completing 11. You only get 4 per week, so you don't have to do all your Delves on 11s, just 4 of them. And you need Journey 4 before those start to show up. Trying to do the Coiled meta as well. The talents are all I got left. Do they make you unlock all of them? Do they make you do that? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, 20 of 20 needed. Oh, man. Maybe that'll fracture my resolve and it'll make me want to actually use alts and cheese in any way necessary to get the souls. Get the souls we need. Think Blizz will bring back the auctioneer mount? Oh, for sure, yeah. They print money every time they do it. That's for the coins. You don't need the souls. I was going to put some stuff in my bank. Speaking of crystal souls. Oh, that's right. I was going to put my armor, which I did, I think. Unless I de-eat it. Didn't mean to. Delve screen. The journey is Shift J. It's you scroll down in your journeys tab. And you get your delves there. Bringing back the auction mount every year for anniversary. Okay. I don't want this. Make it go away. Tomorrow I might want to actually work on the meta that I said. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm gonna like have to do tomorrow for before tomorrow's raid. I don't think so. I think like this week I mean I could do more delves, but yeah. I got my hero piece, which is the main thing I wanted from delves, and having now replaced my neck, I'm no longer dying for champion gear. I'm gonna craft my bracers and my boots, and that's gonna replace a veteran and champion piece. And outside of that, I think I am now mostly hero with a couple champion pieces. So getting more champion pieces from more delves is nice, but not necessary. Especially because the champion pieces I do have are pretty good. They're actually Bistat champion pieces. There's crit haste. There's crit haste. So I really don't need champion pieces for upgrades anymore. So delves is really just for journey and stuff. Yeah, we're sick. We need tear is what we need. A little crumb of tear might not hurt, but yeah. Yeah, close to the champion achieve. Must be. I'll probably get it when I craft my bracers, if I had to guess. I would need to upgrade. No, I need to upgrade some stuff too, actually. Because I have a lot of champion gear that's not fully upgraded. I actually need to get more crests this week. I could catalyze 2 pieces, but I don't want to do that before raid because what if tier drops, but only for those 2 slots, you know what I mean? I want to have my catalyst charges available but not used so that I can get 2 and 4 set online ASAP. My gloves are a super safe catalyze because I took Myth Track Bistat gloves from Vault, but I would even, for the sake of, like, I wouldn't roll it over somebody else, but if nobody else needed the gloves, I would rather use those charges elsewhere first. Because as soon as you get 4 set, you're going to get charges to drop. Anyway, that's enough yapping about that. I'm going to wrap up for the day. I'll be back tomorrow, and I can let you know how our raid clear night went. Maybe I'll get lucky and get some tier from there. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Second charge was from 2K rating. I'm getting 2K Mythic Plus rating, gave the second charge. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!